Just for a second.
Just for 1 second.
Just for a second.
Oh, everyone, I'm so excited.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
What's your shirt say? What is your shirt? What's that on your shirt?
Choose your weapon.
Chris.
Me?
Yeah.
Verbal,
Verbal,
romantic,
somatic,
and material.
Verbal
Nice.
somatic material.
Nice.
Oh, not romantic.
Nice.
No.
You know, the things that
I was like,
spells
damn.
are Mr. Wizard for an entire first campaign.
What?
Well, not entire.
What?
You're right. The other half of it is a warlock. Come on.
Yeah,
True.
definitely don't cast spells.
Armor back at this.
Warlocks. Warlocks don't cast any spells.
There you go.
Eldritch
Did you have
Blast
to
isn't a
remake
spell, it's a
this?
way of life.
Background?
What?
Did you have to remake this background today? Or
No,
did
so I
you
still have
just
my
do-
files. I just had to remake
Oh, gotcha.
the scene.
Alright, recording has started.
Nice.
Okay, do we want to wait a couple minutes for people to come in or just go?
Nah, run it. This is for
Alright,
us, not them.
We're all here.
Welcome.
Welcome, that's what I say.
True.
Should probably do
So-
that.
Introduce us. You're the DM.
Hi, I'm DM, and these are bozos.
IDM.
Oh
Say hi,
no,
bozos.
everything's fucked up. Cody alt tabbed. It's all ruined.
Oh god.
Hi,
Uh-oh.
DM.
no.
Everyone. www.twitch.tv/sharkbuffet.
At witch.tv.
We're live playing D&D Campaign 2, Episode 3.
Woo!
Woo.
You don't want to miss this. You
Stopping
won't
episode.
believe what happened. He did
Can we-
what?
Can we
Wait,
stop drawing? Can we stop drawing penises around my landmarks?
What landmarks?
That was very polite, but no.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
I've accepted that you guys will use dicks for like your map key,
Uh-huh.
but don't draw them around my stuff, please.
He seeks to threaten the structure we've built.
just every single water inlet is now a cock.
That one that Ghostadיר is in, you planned that. You 100% planned that.
No, I really didn't.
You drew a dick with a river.
I
Man.
feel like I was saying first, I think I've tried to avoid dick shapes as much. Why'd
The
you get rid
inlet-
of the one at the top of Rovig? It was happy.
I'm getting rid of
Aw.
all. You know what? If
It
you
was-
guys don't stop, I'm just gonna delete every drawing, and you're not even gonna have a map key. So
Oh no! Wait.
Don't do
DMD keeping your
this.
shit, guys.
there is a button to delete all drawings, and I will press it
Don't
after every
push the
session.
button.
No.
Chris, the inlet of Pelrin is
Ah,
literally a
no,
cock and
don't
balls.
take away our crayons.
It is. Wait a minute.
I
Dad,
give
no.
it and I take it away.
No.
You missed one.
Don't tell him.
Why did you say anything?
Man, I can't unsee that now. The
Stop.
ghost for penis. I
Stop
can't.
singing. Why'd you do it?
Who's snitching, Peyton?
That was cloud snitching. You
Wow.
ate
I'm selecting
You
the entire
betrayed
map
me.
except for the couple things that are there and hitting delete. So it doesn't matter if
Rail.
anyone's snitching.
Oh,
He missed one. He missed one.
What are you talking about?
All
I
right, let's
did
start the
entire map.
session. Yeah, you did. You're right. I was joking. Come on,
Nice.
let's play D&D. Come on, D&D.
No.
We're
Chris is
walking
scanning
here.
the
Let's
whole
play
thing.
D&D.
Looking for
I
an
literally I
Hey!
selected the entire map.
You did. I was just joking. You got all of them.
He doesn't believe you now.
Let's
You got him.
go.
you got him good.
Living rent-free in DM's head 5 minutes every session.
I just selected everything on the
You
map
got
and
it,
nothing
Chris.
showed up.
You got the one I was talking about.
There
It's
really
gone.
isn't anything. Seriously, there isn't anything
No.
left.
There really isn't.
You keep gaslighting me. I'm pressing the button.
Don't push
No,
the
seriously,
Don't
there
push
Play
the
it
button.
yourself.
Don't push the
I
button.
work really hard on the penises that I draw for this game. And I don't want to lose them.
That is quite the statement, Lex. All right. Well, where we last left off, you guys had made your way to Lacia and entered into the Recondite Vault, along with speaking to many different people and shopping and gathering information. But went on a tour in the Recondite Vault, saw a bunch of cool stuff. Saw void weapons, saw some remnants from the time of Titans, and learned a lot of history. Saw statues of the natural ones, legendary heroes of the East. And we left off with you guys being escorted out of the magical artifact section and back into the main thoroughfare of the historical area, and the tour coming to an end. As we pick up, Volmer, the half-elven tour guide, takes a bow, thanks you all for coming through and your patronage. A few people tip him, and he walks away. You guys are in the museum, in the historical area outside of the magical artifacts section, and what would you like to do?
Isar, do you want to go
Yes.
check out that section that he pointed out?
Yeah. Let's go check that out. It was DM. It was about the previous god of death, or Cylon's. know.
Yes, it was about the destruction of Danak, the spirit usher, and the rise of the new god of death, the Cold Wind, through Cylon Kraven,
Yeah. So
dedicated to the turn of the age from the second to the third era.
cool. Yeah, Isar will try and make his way over to that, see if there's anything.
Hey, sorry,
Relevant.
real quick, one sec. I'm gonna get a throat drop. My throat hurts.
No worries.
Hmm.
While he's gone.
No. He's gonna delete everything.
I think the idea of making it so that any marks we make on the map are in character and would remain forever would be a great way to stop the dicks being drawn.
All right, I'm back.
Eileen would still draw
Okay.
dicks.
So yeah, you head over to the turn of the age section between second and third era, and start looking around. And it's you guys kind of glazed past this area before when you were going through the tour, or when you were looking around the museum. But is there anything in particular you want to look for?
I'm just looking for anything on maybe followers of the Spirit Usher, or people who had, any sort of relationship with him before his fall and Cylon's rise, if that's within that section.
Yeah, you would find some information about the Spirit Usher, and basically he was kind of a recluse of a god compared to the others. Didn't really seek worship in any way. More so kept to himself. His sigil was that of a black raven, and there were some followers and like clerics of the god of death, but there wasn't too much worship other than a very select and particular few. It's noted in the section that Danak had been stealing the souls of very powerful creatures in order to gather and cultivate strength for himself. Instead of ushering the souls, he was simply taking and destroying them completely, undoing the work of the Breathgiver and the sort of pact that the god of death had made with her. And in doing so, became more powerful than all of the other gods at the time, and was stockpiling this power for people aren't really sure what. There's speculation on what he may have been trying to do: overthrow all the gods, renounce his position as god of death forcibly, perhaps tried to get back to the world tree and take some sort of revenge, demand to be unmade, something like that. But there's it kind of just goes into the reasons why Cylon decided to do what he did and usurp and destroy the god of death.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Isar doesn't see anything that seems pertinent to him other than, broad information, I mean, it's kind of just like...
You could ask somebody if you're like want to speak to someone who works at the museum.
Yeah, is there like one of those people who stands by the exhibits and gives like little interesting historical quips? Says, oh yeah, this was, played by James Madison. It was his crystal flute.
There are tour guides, but you're probably looking for like a curator or something. You can make a perception check to look around.
Perception. 10 total.
10 total. You see a little bit further off in the distance that there is like an offices and like back room type of area that would possibly have like where the curators or where people that take care of more research and paperwork would be. But there's not currently a curator like out walking around. You could ask if you'd like.
Isar is going to look at Eileen, currently in 2 coats and a floppy hat. I think we've gotten everything we can from here. Anything more probably won't add much. I think we just head out. If anybody else wants to do anything here, we can do that.
Would there be anywhere that might have information?
Information on what? You cut out.
Disturbances in the sky.
You probably need to also speak to a curator for some specific information like that. Anything that is on like display is just kind of overt history. To get anything more specific, that's kind of the purpose of the curators, to ask and answer more specific questions.
All right. Well, Luz will turn to the group. One moment, and then scooch off real fast. All of their cloaks like flowing and their hair flapping behind them as they like run off to go find someone who looks like in charge.
Okay.
Either the guy we already talked to, or if I notice someone else who's...
Yeah, sure. Volmer would point you to those rooms that Isar had seen, the kind of like back area, and say, yes, back there you would find any curator. I believe Persil is here today, and could perhaps answer more specific questions that you have. But
Thank you very much.
Simply knock on the door, and if he's available, then he would answer.
Thank you very much. And I give like a little bow and scooch on back real fast. I run over there. And I ask the question. I go up to, hi, are you Persil?
Well, you'd have to like knock on the door and see if...
Knock.
A few moments pass before somebody answers the door. You can see a tabaxi man answers the door, has a snow leopard spotted pattern of cream color with light blue eyes, almost pale, very thin face and features, almost a little bit gaunt looking, and a little bit on the older side with no noticeable hairstyle or anything, just like the same short length fur across the entire body. And he answers the door wearing some robes, nothing too overtly fancy, just like fairly simple, like navy blue robes with some green accents to them. Opens the door. Yes, can I help you?
Are you Persil?
Yes, I'm Curator Persil. Did you need something?
Yes, I was directed over here by Volnir.
Oh, sure. Did you have questions?
Yes, I was wondering if perhaps there was somewhere in your wonderful archives that discussed possible previous disturbances in the stars, maybe in accordance to past Concord events?
Ah, the stars. Pardon me. And he steps out of the room and kind
I
of
scooch away.
brushes past and starts to kind of, if you would come with me, and starts to like look around at the exhibits and kind of hands behind the back, walking and just slowly shuffling along, looking around.
I follow.
Okay. He eventually stops at the Concord section and kind of is looking around at the exhibits and checking the area. Eventually goes and finds a little bit further behind. There's sort of like a dome, almost looks like an igloo, but it's a little bit larger. Could fit someone like walking and standing, and walks inside. And you can see it is a projected night sky across this dome. Goes and places his finger onto like a pad and starts tracing. Seems to be writing in some sort of script. And you can see the stars all of a sudden begin to shift as plates begin to scrape and move into place. He looks up. This is recordings that we have of some of the star maps that we have on record. You can punch in a certain date. This is the date of the Concord, and it will show you the layout of the stars as we have recorded and placed in record. But to its accuracy, I'm not entirely positive. The stars are a bit of a... I'm not the most knowledgeable on the subject.
It's all right. This is more than enough. Thank you very much.
Sure. Was there a particular date you wanted in general? There's not very many coded into it, but I could try.
Do you know the date of the Concord the era prior to?
Oh, I'm afraid this would not
Go
reach that far back. No, we don't have records that far, or at least if we do, we have not entered them in. This is very recent. I think possibly this is the first record that we have currently entered the date of the Concord.
Well, this is more than enough. Thank you very, very much. If I may take a moment to try and record some of this.
Absolutely. I will stand by here.
Thank
That
you.
is why I'm here.
I will open up my almanac and try and find a page of that does not. Is there any pages in this? Do not. I didn't think about this. If I have any parchment.
I know somebody that has a whole lot of parchment.
But you left me.
I know. I peek out of the dome and I look around. Can I see anyone?
Yeah.
Are they?
The rest
are
of the
they
group
there?
is still around.
I am slowly trying to edge back towards the magical artifact.
I like wave over. Adia.
Yes? Yes?
Well,
runs
this is
over.
really cool. First of all, it's like star.
What are the rest of you doing, by the way?
projector.
Lita will just kind of look at the very early history of the gods and stuff.
Okay.
Eileen is sweating under the two robes and just waiting.
Isar went to the ancient weapons section and is just looking at old crafting techniques.
I would say you have a fairly high passive perception. You did see Luce go to that door, Isar, if you were interested at all.
I mean, when she called over Adia, I'd probably stop what I was doing and check it out too. Not doing anything else.
Okay. Yeah, Adia, you run over to Luce, who is cresting this dome igloo-like structure.
Yeah, I definitely give Luz a piece of parchment, and I also try to squeeze in with her into the igloo to see too.
Okay.
Yeah, Luz will, upon receiving the paper, thank you so much, and immediately go to drawing that.
Okay. Yeah, Adia, you squeeze inside, and you can see that there's the tabaxi man just standing with his hands behind his back, waiting, and kind of just looks just to be looking up at the stars and the celestial bodies mindlessly.
The igloo's doorway darkens as Isar stands in it, realizing there's no extra room inside of it.
No, it's fairly
Beautiful.
large.
Okay.
It's not like a tiny cramped space. It's like decent size.
I was imagining like
I-
a 4x4 space right now.
Yeah.
No.
same.
I would say it's probably like it's not massive. It's probably like 15 feet in radius, or maybe even less, maybe like 10 feet
Okay.
in radius. So it's like a decent sized room.
Okay, so Adia didn't have to squeeze in.
No,
Metaphorical squeeze.
but she wanted to because she's
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
Adia expands to fill the room she's in.
Cats are liquid. This is known.
Cats are liquid. This is known. Yeah. Isar will join after seeing Adia go in, just looking at the stars, not really
Okay.
making much of it.
Yeah, Luce, you are writing down all of the positions of the stars
Yes.
and everything, just recording. It'll take you some time to do so.
Yeah, I figured I'll ask. Is it all right if I take the time to do this?
Absolutely. Take all the time you need.
Thank you very much.
Of course, you have to
Furiously.
leave when the museum closes. It gives a little bit of a laugh.
Of course.
Who's Priscilla again? Just
The
He's
curator.
a curator.
Oh, Adia, Isar, this is curator Persil.
Pleasure.
Adia, Isar. Oh,
Pleasure
and
to
my
meet
name
you.
is Luz.
Yes. Hello. What do you know about the strange man that's guarding the swords?
Strange man that's guarding the swords.
Yes, he's illusioned.
You're perceptive, are you not? That is a friend, I guess you could say. Not of myself, but of an associate that has gifted so kindly the museum, the recondite vault, with a very particular arcane item of interest. Why do you ask?
Because I want to know what he is hiding. What is he illusioning? Why is he being illusioned for?
To not cause panic for people who see him. His
Why would
true
he cause
form
panic?
is a bit more intimidating.
What is it?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm sure I'm persuading this man. Fuck. Okay. My persuasion is a. Okay. That is a. Oh, 14. 12 plus 2. 14.
14. Okay. He kind of like leans a little bit closer and puts up like a hand. See, he is a dragon.
See how his fur like poof up a little bit? It's like. What kind?
I believe he is of the sapphire type. A gemstone dragon.
A sapphire dragon. What do I know about sapphire dragons? Do I?
Make a nature check.
Okay, 7.
What?
4 plus 3 is 7.
Not very much.
Right.
You would know that they are separate from the metallic and chromatic. The gemstone dragons are kind of another category of dragons, comprised of multiple different types of gemstone dragons. They tend not to be so polarized like the metallic and chromatic, with the metallic being mostly good and the chromatic being mostly evil. The gemstone dragons are kind of all over the place. There's not really any specific kind or like moral compass that they follow, but they do tend to have very specific areas of interest, which you don't know, but you know that they do.
Okay. And do you know who created the magical barrier? It seemed very powerful. Extremely powerful, in fact.
The barrier was created by the same person who gifted us with the weapon in order to contain it. The barrier has not been opened since it was gifted to us.
How long was it gifted to you? When was it
Um,
gifted to you?
It has been some years now.
Some years. He's that the dragon's been here for some years.
Not many, but a few.
And you wouldn't be able to also happen to say who exactly is the person that gifted the sword. Are you? Is it someone
Yes.
historically famous?
The Time Walker is the name that we know.
Okay, got the confirmation at least. Thank you.
Didn't they already say who left it, gifted it?
Volmer did say. Yeah.
Oh, he did say. Okay, I just didn't remember. So thank you for the very interesting information. And then she looks like her fur has stopped poofing up, and now she just looks vaguely interested in maybe bothering the sapphire dragon for more questions.
My God.
But for now, she will start kind of like poking around the igloo to see how
Okay.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there's just like a central panel where you put in a date, and then the like kind of just plates and projections and tech that causes them to rotate and change position.
Gonna be busy doing that.
Okay.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Lita, it's a machine.
Anyone else want to do anything while Luce is taking down the map?
Yeah, while loses.
I mean, it's been a little while now that you saw them go off into like this igloo thing. It's been some time, and you are sweating.
On veil, hat, cloak.
Double cloak. Isar will ask Curator Purcell. Curator, this is a little off topic for this exhibit, but I was looking for information on the Spirit Usher. Found a very interesting text, long way from here, that was intriguing to say the least.
Anything in particular that you are interested in? The Spirit Usher is a fairly wide topic, being one of the gods.
It was a group order who gained some sort of power from him. They were called the Farseek Almat. And Isar like pulls out his book to show.
Make an insight check for me.
That's a 2 plus 3. 5.
Okay. He takes a look at the book as you kind of present it, and kind of thinks for a few moments. You can see the brow furrow. Why do you seek such information? Any particular reason?
Isar kind of pauses for a while. The power that they wielded is alluring. I was hoping to maybe find a way to utilize it for good in my homeland.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 7. That's a low roll. That's a 7 total.
I have heard of such a group. I know the name. I am hesitant to give you any information about them because They are. It is not a good path to walk. It is, as far as I know, a path only for the cursed. Leads only to ruin. I don't think you should dwell further on this.
Bart furrows his brow.
Can we hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Ziggler.
In the secret igloo.
What?
It's the igloo of secrets.
It sure is. A dragon in now. It starts asking some funky questions.
At this point, Eileen would drop the robe in the middle of the place and just kind of huff over towards the igloo that everybody's in.
Why did you drop my robe?
Are we done? Oh,
Oh no.
I put the hat back on you, Luz, as you're standing there. It's drenched. The headband is drenched.
Oh god. Lou's just kind of. Can I druid craft this dry?
I can
You'd have to
precious-
stop recording like the stars.
I take it off of my head and just put it down on the ground next to me.
No, Adia takes her hat and starts precipitating it dry.
Oh,
Okay.
So now
Thank
has
you.
sweat.
Where's
now has
my
crusty
clothes?
sweat.
Is there something in this museum that requires it to be 90 degrees at all times, or else it'd melt?
aren't you? Shouldn't you be?
We're in an igloo.
Fire resistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, aren't you?
Yep.
Looking at you confused, like, huh?
It's hot as the nine hells in here.
I'm sorry for your discomfort.
Oh, sorry, I was more talking to my friends. Who are you?
Isar holds his hand out for the book. I think we are done here, Eileen.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you find anything?
No.
Keep looking, I guess.
I would recommend you stop looking, actually.
Does that mean you know something about it?
I know some information about them, yes. None of it is good.
That's unfortunate, but if that's all you're gonna let us know, then we're gonna keep looking anyways. If you could give us that information, we'd probably just stop looking if it seems bad enough. But curiosity has more allure than, well, what you're giving us. You know, curiosity killed the. I look at audio.
Adia
And then you
staring at
look-
you.
You look at the
Adia's
curator who
staring
is
at
also
you.
a cat.
Yeah.
The curator is
No.
also a cat, Cody.
I don't remember how that ends, but curiosity killed something.
Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage because it's been done, and you're also alluding to him dying.
That's an 11 plus. Oh wait, never mind. Disadvantage. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11. Second one was a 19 though. Can we just go regular roll?
That would be advantage if it was the
It
second
would
one.
still be 11.
What was it? Wait, what was it?
Persuasion.
11 plus 4, 15 total for a disadvantage. I mean, that's. Well, I had proficiency in persuasion.
He lets out a small sigh. What I know about them is that they give up their name when they join this order. There is no individual name recorded of any of the Farasik al-Maut, only the collective. Any name or history of an individual is forgotten. They are judged simply by the greatest and the worst of them. There is no individuality left once you walk this path. Legend says that they carry a dark mark on one of their hands that denotes them as a member. That is all I can say I know for certain regarding them, but I would recommend you steer clear, as anything of such absolute is surely cursed.
I agree. They lose everything? Memories and...
That I don't know. The only information I have is that there is no record of any of their names. Anytime any history speaks of feats or triumphs or failures, they're referred to by Farasik al-Maut. Never a name.
Doesn't seem good, is he?
First for everything. God of death was usurped. Why can't an order be as well? Why does how it has to be in the past be how it is now? Still interested.
The curator lets out a baleful sigh. The youth, always more interested and curious than they can afford to be.
Curator Persil, what happens to those who do remember them? Family members, records.
There are none.
Friends. Surely somebody in the Farsi had friends.
You would think so.
Where are they? I mean, they can't just disappear.
There is no one and no record of anyone with a name within this collective.
Interesting.
This was much more dour than I expected.
And how do you know all this much?
Records and stories about the Farsi Kalmot throughout history, since the first era. They have been around since the dawn of creation. That much history and not a single name.
I mean, if you think you can change it, Izzy, I'm still here to help. And look, there's everybody in here knows your name, and so if you do find them and become one of them, I mean, they're not going to get rid of all of us, including Curator here. If they do hunt us down, then, you know,
We'll come for him too.
they'll come for, you know, him as well.
There are no stories of them being violent or hunting people down. They simply cease to be. I am not worried of such a thing.
Good.
That sounds almost magical, and to that extent, almost. Because they can't... Nothing is hidden forever. As you have clearly have said that you've gained some information about it, but it seems odd. For something that's been around for so long, can't be remembered.
As far as I understand, Farasi Kalmot roughly translates to who usurps death's strength. If they are taking from the god of death, I would not put it past them that they could remove history.
Adi looks kind of annoyed by that, but her flicking tail. Like, she doesn't...
It's like the opposite of what you do.
Yeah, that is everything opposite of what I am.
You're the tip of the pencil, and they're like the eraser part.
Literally.
I mean, if you're still looking for him, I'm still here to help.
I am. How things are wasn't working. We need something else. This may be it. And if it's not, it may open a pathway.
I assume you have read the stories, and he gestures to the book. You have seen they have done great things, they have done terrible things. but they are judged across all of it, not individually.
Care about accolades on myself. I care about the results.
And perhaps you will fit right in. I assume you can finish here. Looks at you, Luce.
Yes.
Then I will take my leave.
Thing.
Thank you very much for your time.
He feigns a polite smile towards you.
Just one more thing. Has there been any seekers passing by through here that you remember?
You know any cats?
None that I can recall, no. Not for some time.
Any that perhaps look like me as well?
Look like you, in what way?
Most definitively, green eyes, like mine. Any
I cannot
tabaxi?
say so.
I see. Alright, thank you. As Les said, thank you for your time and the information you have given us.
Nods his head and leaves the structure.
Am I almost done with this thing?
Yeah, it'll take a few more minutes, but you're almost done.
I got things to say, but I can't say things while I'm doing things because that's too much.
I mean, you can talk.
I
You
know,
just can't cast a spell.
precise. Yeah, Liz is gonna start, making the finalizations, double checking all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And
you finish up with sketching everything down and double checking, making sure everything's in the right spot.
cool. As I'm doing this, I'm just gonna say, are you saying that the ends justify the means? Isar?
Isar's just stroking his beard, kind of staring into the constellations of the igloo.
Aluth! Aluth! You hear calling from like around the museum. Volmer seems to be like looking around.
I think that's our cue to go.
Why is Haloof related to why you have to go?
Eileen.
I'm not sure. I think it's probably.
Have you killed a man?
No. No. Maybe his career,
Lose.
but not him.
Oh no. Luz tucks her page into the back of her almanac and packs her things, grabs her hat, looks at Adia, thanks, and puts it on. Cloak and everything, and then turns to leave because
All right,
We
form,
hide you in
form
our-
a circle
yeah.
around Eileen.
She is small enough.
Huddle.
Except for Alita, where are you?
Leah's just wandering off on her own.
Have you found something that I want to see too?
Alita would be just kind of looking through probably the early history of gods or any other faiths that have been throughout Magigon. Just kind of curiosity, just kind of looking through that.
Yeah. Anything in particular? Or you're just like looking at the pantheon of gods and early history or early like creation mythos.
Like early creation, but also just kind of seeing if there's any other point there were like other beings of worship, or like not necessarily gods themselves, but just other entities that were maybe developed their own like cults and stuff.
During the time of Titans in the First Era, many of the Titans were worshipped by mortal creatures and mortal beings, as well as many dragons and even giants. But those three primary primordial beings were very much above mortal kind at that time, in terms of ability and strength and just like access to strength and power. So there were quite a few and like many instances of titans being like rulers of large societies or large swaths of kingdoms and lands and things like that that mortal beings would worship.
All right. Anything
But
from the
as far
fractal side?
as no, nothing in particular. But as far as the gods, there are and always have been 22.
All right.
One of them was killed at one point, but was replaced immediately. So always 22.
Gotcha. In that case, yeah. After perusing for a bit, and Alita will return to Adia. That's calling for her.
We're all headed out. If you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to hit the road when you are.
We head towards the exit
Yeah.
Yep.
in a huddle around
Eileen.
Eileen.
Make me a stealth check, Eileen.
Is it with advantage because we're huddling?
Please.
Hmm. Everyone, all of you, make a performance check.
Okay.
And I make my roll at advantage, right?
If,
I think
depending on how they do.
I think Alita would be at disadvantage because she's shorter than Eileen.
Fuck.
Five.
I mean, this is just to see if you can grant Eileen advantage.
That's a 6.
I got a 4.
Oh no,
18.
guys, you gotta pick this up. We need that advantage roll really bad.
That's it. We had 3 single digits and then an 18.
4, a 5, a 6, and an 18.
Surely that's enough.
4 to
18.
5, 6, 18.
Yeah, that's gonna throw it. Yeah, obviously that's good enough.
Bring up the
Hello.
curve. Oh,
It's fine.
we'll use it. The
that
whole
is
class
an
gets a curve
average
grade.
of 8.25. I'm going to roll a d20. I'm going to roll a d20. If it is 8 or less, then you get advantage.
Okay, 8 or less. 8 or less, we get advantage.
Roll otherwise.
That's a 19.
All right.
Don't worry, this guy
Well,
has shit
All right.
perception.
Great roll.
What was your stealth roll?
My stealth roll was a solid 2, which if you really add it up, though, if you think about it and you add it up, that's a 6 total.
6 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys get like halfway across the showroom floor, towards the exit, and a little bit further than that, and you can see Volmer kind of looking around a little bit in the distance, and his eyes look over towards you, seeing the familiar sort of like leathers and belt and guns on the hip, and horns sticking out the back. Haluth, and just starts like walking over towards you as you hear him calling.
Tiefling, right?
He is a half elf.
I'm
Half-elf.
gonna keep
And-
walking.
Yeah, we're gonna keep walking, all of us.
we're all looking straight ahead and
No,
walking.
I mean,
In
Liz is-
Infernal,
Eddie starts one.
in Infernal, I'm gonna say I don't speak common.
Liz is
Keep walking.
distancing.
He's still like a
don't
good
look.
distance away, so like can't speak to you yet.
Liz is
Just like
Liz-
So,
don't
like-
avoid eye contact. Keep walking.
As I'm walking.
He is still pursuing, like
Great.
walking quickly towards. Are you gonna pick up pace, or are you just gonna keep
We
same
should
pace?
we should match his pace as a unit, so that he never catches up to us. If he runs, we run. But if he
Adi's
walks,
just looking. Adi's just looking behind her and waving at him. Just not going on. I got a 4. I got a 4, man.
Okay.
This is true.
Yeah, you guys try to like keep matching pace, and eventually, when he sees you speed up to be the same speed as him, he starts to like jog towards.
we're also jogging.
We're not jogging. We're not
We're also
jogging out
jogging.
of this
We're
museum.
also jogging.
Alita with
Guitar
her
is
team is gonna start
absolutely
moving
not-
away from the
Yeah,
group.
no,
a bit.
exactly. I was like, Luz
Eileen's-
was already distancing, already breaking
Isar
off
is
the
like
pack.
full like stiff
Eileen-
parade march at this point. Just like, what the fuck is
I'm
going on?
slowing down. She's slowing down.
Arlene's
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
as fuck, full
So
sprint.
now the group is splitting.
Okay.
We have
So the group splits,
Scanner.
and Eileen
Yeah.
takes off in a full sprint. He's like, what? Volmer just is like stuttering as sprint out. Hello, and just like starts like running after you, but you're very quick and you start sprinting out of the museum. You burst through the door as you see Erdogan still like allowing entry and stuff. And what is going on?
I quit.
Hey, fire!
I quit this fucking job.
You run by sprinting, saying "I quit," and just run out. Like, yeah, and, yeah. You sprint
run-
away down the street.
Does Eileen run into Haloof?
No.
I don't even know who Aloof is. We never met him. Never saw the person.
Yeah.
Dead in an alley somewhere.
Eileen has run out the door as Volmer is like running now past all of you. You've kind of split up. What are you guys doing?
Make my way to the exit, but like
Yeah.
a normal person.
It's
Yeah.
stiffly walking,
Normal.
Alina-
looking at the ground.
Alina just like kind of like went off to the side, and then when the guy ran by her, she just like went a normal pace back to the exit.
It's like when people
Volmer
are
kind of
speeding.
stops. Yeah, Volmer like runs past and then come like after sees that Eileen is gone, like turns around. Do any of you know who she is?
I just shake my head. No.
Who's who?
Never seen her.
Blind
The woman,
inside.
the tiefling woman that was. Everyone make a deception check.
Haloof sounds like a male name. I'm not sure if that was all deception. Shit.
Oh,
Oh.
6
I
plus
got a
5,
Oh,
so 11.
7.
How did I get the best?
7.
I have a plus
15.
5. How did I do this?
He just like exasperatedly huffs. And says, let me know if you see her again. I don't know, and just goes off and walks out the front door to go talk to Erdogan.
I'm sorry.
Just keep walking.
Yeah,
Just keep
you
walking.
guys walk out. You guys walk out of the
Just
museum, out of the
keep
Recordite
walking.
Vault.
Just keep.
Eileen,
walking.
where are you running to?
On the corner.
Yeah, just out of the museum and out of like the view of the entrance. If there's an alleyway, I'll tuck into that. If not, I'll just.
Oh yeah, tons of alleyways and canals and everything. This is very easy city to hide in.
Perfect. I tuck into an alleyway and just.
Okay,
Also
are you
be-
keeping an eye on the door of
Oh,
like the
no.
museum, like or
I'm probably gonna go like a corner into the alleyway, like
okay?
deep in there.
Yeah, you run deep into an alley in the corner, and no one seems to be pursuing you. You kind of wait and listen, and nothing.
Wait for a couple minutes, and if I'll like keep peeking out and see if I notice any of the group walking past.
No. By that time, they've already left.
The group?
Yeah, if you're waiting a few minutes, like hiding, like the group left immediately when you did.
I figured they walked by, like the alleyway, the entrance to the alleyway, the mouth.
Which way
I
did
mean,
we go?
it depends which way you kind of. You said you weren't hiding in sight of the entrance.
After a couple minutes, I just walk out and kind of look around the street, see if I can find anybody.
Okay, where's the party going after leaving the museum?
Well, I'm sure Eileen will meet up with us eventually. I need to go mail a letter real quick.
I also.
Where would we do that, Adia?
Would I know?
Yeah, you probably had correspondence with the Verizeum when you were here. Or maybe sent a letter or something. You could go to. Curried away. Like courier.
Hurried away.
Hurried away.
Yeah, curried away.
Yeah.
That's
I-
adorable and terrible.
This is the way.
Yep. I just take Isar's arm and start moving in a direction towards courier away. hurried away.
Yeah, you go and enter into the building, and it is very much like a warehouse, storage house of just like multiple different packages and letters being kind of filed away and shipped into different cabinets and things, and it's very hectic in here. But you can see the. Oh wait, hang on. I fucked something up. Oops. There we go. You can see a gnomish woman who is just like kind of taking all of these packages and like sorting things and like very hectically running around and taking care of a lot of business in this place. Seems to be the one, or like one of the people that is most prevalent and important in this place.
Yeah, Isar will approach the desk holding a small letter he pulls out of his backpack. I need to send. Oh, hello, I'm Isar.
Hello, Aldra. What do you need? And she's kind of like still just like grabbing things.
I need to send a letter to the Silken Sparrow shipping company in Ulfrit, to the owners.
Name?
My name or theirs?
Both.
My name is Isar Ashik, and I'm sending this to Bessar Ashik and Dima Ashik.
Quickly whips around onto like the desk next to her, takes a pad and begins writing. Got it?
I hand the letter. How much would that be?
Whips back around. Ulfrit, 4 silver pieces.
Isar puts down 4 silver pieces.
Nice doing business with you.
Thank you. I guess we're done here. That was quick.
You're
Okay.
efficient.
Alita will go up and ask a question real quick.
Okay.
Excuse me. Do you send letters?
Like grabs like a box and like throws it off to the side and grabs another one and like replaces where its position was. What?
Do you send letters to the Fractus Enclave?
Northern, western, eastern, and southern.
Where was my island?
You were kind
Where's
of
my
like
island?
northwestern.
Northwestern.
We'll take some time, but eventually, yeah, we were gonna have a ship heading out there at some point.
How much would that cost?
Package or letter?
Just a letter.
2 gold pieces.
Okay, I don't have one now, but I was probably going to need one soon. Is all.
Well, if you ever come back, let me know. She's like reaching really far and like stretching.
They'll just kind of like nod over to Luz.
Do you have paper?
You're asking?
Yeah.
Audra? Tons of paper, tons and tons and tons of paper.
May I have a blank piece of paper? I'll pay, of course.
No.
She kind of like looks around and just reaches down to her notebook and tears off a piece and throws it to you. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you. I write a quick letter to my druid clan saying, things did not go as planned. I hope to see you all soon. I'm sending this from Lestia, and I hope that you're all doing well. Hugs and kisses. Luz.
Okay.
You know, draw a couple of stars on it. I go, hi, I'd like to send this if you're ready, whenever you're ready.
Where to and who to?
To the Druids of the Circle, the Stars over in Grimwald. It's a little outside of Sterile Mist. The Swar Academy? Does that work?
Goes and grabs a big book and slams it on the table and opens it up. Starts flipping through the pages. Swear Academy, yep, can do that. Slams it back down.
Wonderful. Nyla,
Got it. Writes it down. 1 gold.
I hand over my 1 gold.
All right. Takes it, puts it into like a little jar, and then goes back to arranging things.
Cool. That's it.
All right.
I turn to everyone. Are we ready?
As soon as we find Eileen, I think we're good to go.
Did Eileen?
Good
Eileen
point.
knew that they were gonna write letters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have headed that direction then. After a couple minutes in the alleyway.
Okay. Yeah, you would eventually find like the courier service and asking around, and would end up outside of like this warehouse. You don't see anybody outside or anything, but you're at this warehouse.
Okay. I'll peek inside and walk in if I see him.
Okay. Peek inside, and you can see a gnomish woman who is very adamantly doing things and working, and a few figures that are standing behind her and seem to be purchasing services. And I would say you could recognize Asar. You know what he looks like.
Okay.
The
I will
bald, shining head.
walk
I
in.
feel like your hammer is more definitive than your shiny head.
For based, real.
Everyone.
Welcome back, Loof.
That's my dead name.
My God.
Everybody get their letters sent?
I made a face there. Jesus.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I saw.
I thought it was funny.
It was. I don't need the verification. It was the validation. It was funny.
Yes, we're all done with our letters.
Oh, excuse me. Do you send to Artress as well?
No.
Goes and grabs a book and slams it out onto the counter and flips it open.
I know things
starts
are kind of
flipping
fucked
multiple
up there,
pages.
so
Artress, yeah, takes it, throws it on the ground.
how much is that right now?
1 gold.
Oh, I'm good.
Do you need a gold, Eileen?
No, I was gonna update my dad, but I don't think there's much news yet. So, I mean, I guess just let him know where we're at. But I think we'll see. I think he's fine without knowing right now.
Hey. Well, I think we're done here then.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
We leave.
Okay.
I'm also asking
He
Asar,
hit
like
the road.
Seems like this was
Asar?
probably one of the longest interactions that this woman has had in a while. It seems like
Yeah.
she likes to handle things very quickly, and you guys
I
kind
don't-
of lingered around for much longer than she was comfortable with.
Yeah, she's like, why are they still here? I can't just
Yeah.
not.
Leave.
What's up, Audio?
The Silken Sparrow Shipping Company?
Yes?
What do you is it do you just ship items? Do you trade as well? Is this your family's company?
It's my parents' company that they made together. They ship. I shipped
What a
my
banger
Their
of a
love.
commercial!
They ship their love.
You guys remember that commercial? I just shipped my pants.
Yes.
Just ship your pants right here. Just ship my pants right here. And that was one of the best commercials
Yeah.
ever.
They ship a variety of things. They obviously do fabrics, materials, raw materials a lot of the time. I mean, the whole reason they were in Pelrin was trying to establish a line for silver to be distributed along the coast, but with how things are right now, it's a little difficult to do that up there. So
Idea nods. Putting that to memory. Where did Chris go?
the DM left.
The DM left.
Quick,
Let's
Oh.
let's run away
Draw
with shit.
everything.
Grab everything. Let's go.
Get those many ticks on the map as you can, boys.
He can't delete us all.
You can though.
You can use the nuke
He
option, though.
literally has
It's gonna
that
nuke
power.
it. Get it off. We only have 2 markings anyways. Honestly,
I deleted it.
we can fight this war right now.
we can.
We can't fight this
rebuild.
war right now. The question is will we win the war? We can
Win
fight the fight. Will we
battle.
win the war?
Yeah.
If he deletes it,
No. Hey,
we'll have
back.
nothing to lose.
Chris, welcome back, bud.
Talking about dicks again, aren't we?
Oh.
No.
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 Don't be that predictable.
Maybe.
Predictable.
Boo.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
Eureka.
so, what are you guys doing?
Eh?
I think we're heading out of Lestia. Yeah.
According to
Alright.
the map, let's go to that place. The dick place.
To the dick.
To the dick. All right, you guys head out. Probably the early afternoon, I would say, of what day is it? The 11th or the 10th? It is the 11th of Hidor. And yeah, you guys head out on the afternoon. Anything
I
you
leave.
guys want to do?
We have food on the road. We don't need to stop here.
No.
Anything do you want to do, or?
Well, I can't really do any readings until it's nighttime.
Yeah.
So, in the sense of just traveling, loses pondering, and then looks at goes up to Isar again as they're walking. I asked earlier and you didn't answer, but were you saying that you think the ends justify the mean? When you were talking about results?
Isar strokes his beard for a while. I think in what I intend they do, but not in every sense.
In what sense would you not think that the end justifies?
If what I did hurt others.
Well, that's good to know.
You guys travel the rest of the day. Night falls, and eventually you need to stop to make camp. You finally get off of the main road and start heading through valley and mountain pass, and it starts to get a little bit more hectic to traverse through. But luckily, Adia has mapped out a good path for you guys to travel. Adia, go ahead and make me a survival check just to augment your mapping.
I'm so good at those. Ooh, that's in that one.
Oh no.
That one for a 2.
Oh no.
You guys need to stop fairly early as it gets dark, and Adia not being able to navigate very well with the dark and not being able to see landmarks and things that she had plotted out. You guys have to stop a little bit earlier than you normally would have.
Luz, you said you could navigate by starlight or something along those
Can I?
lines? Well, that's what you told us when you.
Well,
Well,
you
no.
wanted
There,
direction.
there was
You did say that.
no. I meant more like specifically navigate. I was talking about navigating fate
Can you read the stars to find our direction?
Are they out enough?
Yeah, I mean the stars are definitely out.
Okay. Yeah, Luz is going to pull out her cloak, lay it out on the ground, unravel the stones and bones from her hat, and begin casting the direction. I'm assuming at some point Alita was like, "Yo,
Yeah, like
that
like
way."
yeah, like as like Luz is setting up, Alita's trying to like subtly like kind of like gesture like northeast.
I didn't look very intently at what Luz is doing, so I don't know how sleek
Make a
you
sleight
think
of
you
hands
are.
check, Alita.
11 plus 14.
Well, my
14?
passive perception is higher than 14,
Yeah.
so
What's everyone
Minus
else's
13.
passive perception?
Mine's 13. Yeah.
I'm away from my computer.
11.
15.
15. Only Asar sees Elita gesturing very subtly towards Luce, but no one else does.
Bert doesn't say anything about it quite yet. He just kind of furrows his brow a little bit.
Okay, yeah, you finish pretending to do your star divining, and
I very carefully rearrange some of the bones on the different stars, and I look up and look back down. I believe we need to go northeast. But as for much else, I'm not sure at the moment. To be honest, I haven't been able to read the stars very well recently. No one has.
But
And I
you
put
have-
away
you have
away
a
the
s-
bones and
You
stuff.
have an almanac. You have a star map. You just you literally
What do you mean no
looked
one
at an
can
igloo.
read the stars?
It's complicated. And I pull out the map that I drew of the Concord event, and then I pull out I compare these.
make a nature check.
Okay. I try to pull up my character sheet here. This again. I want to say it's plus a 4, so I think it's an 11 currently. But I need to double check that. Aha, finally. Yes, I was correct. It's an 11.
11 total, or
Yeah, 11 total.
Okay. You
Sad.
quickly look over the map, and you're kind of hard pressed to like figure out too much. There's a lot of clouds in the sky right now, kind of blocking a little bit of the star exposure. It's difficult to kind of fill in the blanks. Just like a low hanging fog over the upper or lower stratosphere, so it's kind of difficult to see too much right now.
Yeah, Luz puts down the map and like lays back in frustration. These damn clouds are always in the way.
You seem to know a lot about divining things. Is there anything else you use? Or just the stars?
Well, the stars are part of it. They're informative, but there are a few other ways of interpreting things. Why?
Curious.
Looking for something? Perhaps?
I don't know.
Can you
What could you
interpret?
tell me? What I'm looking for.
What else can you interpret with the stars?
Usually tend to read the future in one sense. If it's about a person, it's usually a lot easier. Reading just a general future is hard, but if you're trying to discern someone's individual fate or something more specific, it's a lot easier to learn about. The stars each have their own purpose.
Well, if the Farseek is said to erase the history of someone, maybe we'd see that in my future.
It's possible, but I can't. From what it sounds like, these people may. I don't know if they have a corresponding star. I think about it. Would I know what it is? What would, if someone gave up their like name, would that do anything to their soul if they're able to take things from the dead? I don't know. These are all muddled thoughts happening.
No idea. And I mean, what does it even mean to give up your name?
Good point. Lose shrugs. I'm not entirely sure if you can track someone out, if what I'm looking at really can truly Oh, I wish everyone had gone to the academy. It would be so much easier to explain these things.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Looking you blankly, like, because you have given no answers at all so far. No clear answers. It sounds like the words of a charlatan, honestly. So she's just really confused, like.
Well, why don't you read my? Can you read my fate? Is that something you can do?
Yeah. If you wish.
Cody, you need to stop.
Yeah. Picture.
This picture is killing me. No.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's better.
I invite Isar to sit down on the ground. Across from me.
Okay.
And with my cloak spread between us. The starry pattern facing up, and I am going to pull out my cards. And I'm gonna ask Isar when he was born, so that way I can know where to place my cards for his stars on my cloak.
He was born on the 18th of Zevril.
What an auspicious day.
That sounds
So
like a
we're
curse.
all born on the 18th of Zopro.
Oh shit!
I could not remember any of the months other than Zevril, and I didn't write this down before.
It's also Zebril, not Zevril.
Well, it changes with region. It's a regional pronunciation.
That is how we say it up there.
The 18th of Zebril is actually the Fey Conflux, by the way.
Great.
That's when the Feywild becomes visible in the sky, and
Yeah,
it's
that's-
like the closest to the material plane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we can
literally
find it.
loses like what an auspicious day. Right, let's see. Luz will pull out 3 cards and place them on different stars across her cloak. And she looks at the cards and looks up and considers the stars. Well, it says that in your past, you may have found something of a good fortune that has left you wandering.
Repeat that for me, Lex. You cut out a bit. In
Oh,
mine.
sorry. Luz repeats for Isar that it looks like at some point in your past you've had good fortune, but it's brought you solitude and pain. I have to find things, guys. I don't know these things offhand.
Fucking
Personally.
Cody going, whoa.
Whoa. And it's left.
That's so
You're-
me.
Going to have to come through a period of strife in your life, because there's going to have times of radical inspiration, and it might lead you to a period of exhaustion and turmoil and change.
I'm staring at you blankly.
and Luz kind of looks up at the final card and pulls her hand back a little bit. This is concern. It says in the future that you're going to have to deal with conflict and betrayal. With something that's sacred to you.
Isar just ponders that.
Is it me?
Just shrugs. I mean, it could be. Usually these things have to do with people, ideals. It's your journey that you're going to be taking. So something may be coming up here. It's going to change a lot of things for you. I would maybe consider what the curator said. Or at least trying to go and make your choices with the most knowledge possible.
That's why we did this, isn't it? My will is unswayed.
Very well.
Thank you. As Isar continues to eat his travel soup.
You guys have 2 more days of travel
More
to
days
get
travel.
to the location where you were told Amira Farasik is. So you all bed down for this first night on the 11th. Does anyone want to do anything before bed?
Probably
Uh,
take shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isar will take first watch.
While in her tent for a moment, Alita will check the compass again. See, like, is it like back to where it was before, or is it still reading like it that it's far?
You check the compass, and it's still reading that it's pretty far away.
So, like-
doesn't seem like it's gotten much further, but still fairly distant.
So is it back to what it was like when we were passing through the divide, or is it like still like around the
little
same?
further.
So it's moving.
Little bit, little by little, it's moving.
All right.
I'm just very confused about whatever Luz has been saying. But yeah, she'll take second watch.
Okay.
Luz will take third.
Yeah, because we can see in the dark. Everyone, but
Dark.
Eileen will stay up with Asar.
dark.
Alita will take third.
Hanging out with me.
Don't want to hang
Yeah.
out with me.
We have an odd number. Somebody has to hang out alone.
Well, it's certainly not going to be with the audio.
Man, she's adorable. Why not?
You're adorable, but you're very nosy.
Oh, well. Yeah. I think that's what our time is.
Luce, during your watch, you're looking up at the sky and just kind of looking over the stars, and one catches your attention as you're looking. You can see one star grow fairly bright in the sky and then go out. You kind of look around for, you've seen this before, you look around for like where the next star is that will replace it, and that will pop into the night sky to, substitute its existence and the soul that was left behind. You don't see another star come.
I very quickly take the other side of the paper that I was drawing the earlier star
Mhm.
map on, and I draw that section of the sky with some sort of recognizable constellation in it, so I can orient, and I very distinctly point out where the star used to be
Okay.
and make a note of it.
Okay.
Was I able to tell what kind of...
Make a nature check.
Okay. That is 10. Damn it, why can't I roll a good nature check?
10.
Yeah.
It blinked out faster than you could kind of gather your bearings and see the exact position. You're not sure what it belonged to.
Damn it. Okay. Ugh, I huff.
But other than that, your watches are uneventful,
Okay.
and the night passes, and you all get a long rest and awaken on the 12th of Hitler.
I cast Goodberry, and I pass them out to
As
whoever would like a Goodberry.
I would, as Adia eats it, can't she try to is there a tree nearby?
Sure, there's
What are
plenty
you
of trees.
doing?
I'm gonna climb a tree and try to use a cartographer's tool to try to navigate the distance and try to see from up there whether we're on the right path and see if there's any easier paths around.
Okay. You have a climbing speed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
20
So
climbing speed.
you climb up the tree and dig in your claws to the bark as you go up, and you get to the top and look around, giving you a little bit of advantage. But you are kind of in a mountain valley, so it's pretty well confined, and there's not too much tall plant life that you can perch on top of to look over. But you have a little bit of advantage at least.
Would I able to map out the next route carefully from here and correlating it with the map?
You've already mapped it out. It's just
okay.
survival at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's just making checks to follow that route and find the best way to see landmarks that you have marked on the map, and then equate them to actual real life.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just vibe there until we have to leave.
Who else is getting a Goodberry?
Sorry, we'll take one.
Okay. Lita?
Alita will pocket 2.
2. Okay. Eileen?
I'm alright. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I've got 5 left for the day.
All right. Yeah, you guys set off and begin to journey further into the woods. Not Eileen. Adia, if you are leading the way, then go ahead and make your survival check, and with advantage because you have navigated the way.
Okay, dokes. That is a 14. Well, advantage, right? Shit. That's 15. That's
Okay.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, you find a fairly smooth path through the mountain pass and continue your way forward. You are able to travel a good 25 miles. And yeah, you figure you're about 1 day's journey from where you need to go. As you are traveling along your way, you can see off in the distance, traveling all like towards you in this mountain pass, a fairly large-looking humanoid figure, just one singular one, that's walking towards you. You can see him or them about, I would say, a few hundred feet away, just like kind of the silhouette of a large humanoid figure walking towards.
So they,
Um,
I signal, saying like kind of like go low, and I point at where I'm looking at.
What?
I-
Yeah, being pointed out, you all see a humanoidish looking silhouette of a figure that looks somewhat large, but definitely humanoid, not like giantkin,
okay.
that's walking towards your direction. Doesn't seem to be moving particularly fast, just kind of a walking pace.
Seem to have noticed us. Seem to care.
Too far away to really tell. It's just like silhouette.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't think we have anything to fear. It's just one person.
And we're kind of in a spot where people are going to be walking, sometimes at least, hikers. Not exactly too far off course, I guess.
Judging from my ability to gauge distances, does it seem like a human? Does it seem like a maybe a child giant?
Child giant?
Make a intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Please roll low.
That is 9 plus 3 is cool.
12.
12. Yes, sorry, I can't add.
Based on distance and like gauging size, you can surmise that it's probably just a larger humanoid. Doesn't seem like giantkin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I shrug back at everyone.
Just keep walking. I'm sure he's friendly.
Yeah, we just keep walking.
Might even have news from up north.
Maybe they saw whoever took the engine.
Maybe.
Maybe he'll have a black mark on his hand. Their hand.
You guys keep walking, and after a few more minutes, you can see the figure start to get closer. And as you do, the figure slows down and kind of comes to almost a halt, and like warily starts to walk a little bit around and like divert path a little bit to keep some breath between you guys.
Eileen waves.
Kind of, you can now see there seems to be a muscular orcish man, a full-blooded orc, that is carrying a child on his back, like piggyback style, tied to his waist. And also an orcish girl that is just kind of like draped over his shoulders, and he's kind of warily eyeing all of you.
Just waving.
You travelers!
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want any trouble.
Neither do we. We're friendly.
I just look at you. That's the worst thing to say.
We won't kill you.
Slowly starts approaching a little bit closer. How many days travel until Lacia?
What?
Less than one.
2.
2. 2 days.
About 2.
How many days? 2.
Starts
Day
to
and a half.
approach a little bit closer, warily. You can see on his hip he has a fairly old-looking longsword that's just sheathed, and kind of has just one hand on the hilt, and like approaches forward.
What's his hand look like?
Make a perception check.
What does the status of the
Nat
girl
one.
look like?
Make a
Yeah.
perception check also.
I would like to do that as well.
Okay.
Aim.
11.
11.
17 plus something.
16.
17 plus 1, 18.
Luce and Eileen, you can both see the girl seems to be unconscious and looks to not be super comfortable. Like seems to be like in pain, like grimacing, and yeah, does not seem to be very happy.
Is she okay?
Excuse me. Do you need help?
She's sick. I'm going to Lacia for medicine and help, medical aid.
I may be able to help at least prevent some pain until she gets there. I have some healing magic.
Kind of darts his eyes around to all of you.
I'm Luz. I'm a druid of the Circle of the Stars in Grimwald.
I'm Nahat. I'm from a local tribe. Just trying to get to Lacia. I know relations are a bit tense between us, orcs and
I have
regular
no
mortals.
concern over that. I'm concerned over a child who seems to be in dire condition.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh, 15.
He steps forward closer, now about like 10 feet from all of you. She's got some sort of disease. The healers in my tribe couldn't help her.
We can figure out what disease it is if you need, Luz, if that'll help.
It absolutely would.
Eileen's going to cast. Oh, can I check on her?
He'll untie the cloth from around his waist and lay her down onto the ground, like place the cloth beneath her head and make sure that she's like not on the ground directly. Her name is Dura. Please don't hurt her.
Of course. Eileen will cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay. You cast the spell, and interesting. As you finish casting the spell, you immediately see her body like begin to light up, and you can see emanating from her left leg. There is this like blackness as you detect a disease. It is a disease known as the seeping rot, and it basically is from some sort of deep wound that got infected by some sort of like bacterial infection, and it's fairly uncurable by regular medical means, other than by very, very specific and intense medication. But yeah, you can detect this disease.
Do I think that either druidic or holy magic would?
Magic
able
would
to
probably
assist?
be much better than any form of medicine,
Would-
like regular medicine. Regular medicine would probably require very extensive ingredients and like very expensive requirements and like alchemical concoctions, whereas magic might be a lot better for something like this. This is a magically based disease, like a puncture wound from a otherworldly or magical type of creature or plant or something like that.
I need
You-
5 hit dice in order to do that.
5 hit points.
5 hit
No,
dice.
you have a pool.
Oh, hit points.
It's yeah, you
Yeah,
have a
Points,
you
you
have
have
a
a
pool of
of
5
lay
hit
on
five
points
times
per
your
level.
paladin level. You have 15 right now.
That's your lay on hands.
Oh,
Pool.
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It's the seeping rot, Luz. I think I can take care of it.
Well, first of all, do I know anything about the seeping rot? Because if not, I
Me
want to
too.
Make a nature check.
Can I do it too?
Sure.
I've made a lot of need. Oh, finally, 19.
God's sakes. One, natural one.
Ooh.
Luce, you would have heard.
Welcome
of
to the
seeping
club,
rot.
Rika.
Man.
Audio, you would not. Lucy would have heard of seeping rot. Seeping rot tends to come from extraplanar creatures that infect like terrestrial creatures. So like maybe something that like bites a wolf and then infects it with the seeping rot, and then it can spread from them, or also plant life. So it's kind of like a parasitic disease infection stemming from otherworldly creatures and then infecting terrestrial that then spreads from there.
Yeah, Luz nods. Absolutely.
Okay.
I think your magic's much more suited to it.
Okay. I haven't done this too many times, but I think I got it. I'm gonna try and cure the disease.
You think you can?
I think so.
Okay.
And I will put my hand.
Brushes a hand just like over her hair and just like make sure that she's comfortable and holds a hand on her shoulder.
I'll put my
and
hand
nods at you.
over where I saw the black rot, and will.
Oh.
Roll for initiative.
Ah!
Battle music.
They're bandits.
And I will cast Lay on Hands using its alternative option of 5 points to cure any disease, or target one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it.
Okay. You place your hand over the leg, and a flash of yellow-white light begins to seep through the leg. As you can see it run up from tip of toes up to mid-thigh, just shimmering, glowing, and then fades. As with your detect poison and disease still active, you can see that it has been eradicated, and there is no trace left. As you see the girl kind of stir a little bit and eyes like wince in a little bit of pain and grunt, and she slowly begins to steady her breathing.
That should do it. Does she still seem injured? Like if any actual healing would benefit her, or just need rest now?
Just seems like she probably needs rest. The disease has definitely torn through her and probably just needs time to recover. But definitely, like, you can see color return to her face. The pallor to her skin has faded and seems to be doing much better immediately after that.
It will take a little bit of time for her to feel better completely, but the disease is gone and she should recover.
You can see Nahat just kind of like looking up at you and down at her repeatedly.
I offer a good berry and offer to, if the puncture wound itself hasn't healed or been cleaned, offer to deal with that. But yeah, I
you can see that like where the initial puncture wound happened, like there was a bite. It does not seem like it fully healed over, and like seems like it was still kind of exposed.
Okay, yeah. Then I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. The wound immediately closes as a verdant green light washes over, and you can see just like relief on the girl's face, and the wincing kind of go away, and she drifts into a deeper, more calm sleep. He kind of like looks at both of you. Thank you. I don't know how to repay you.
I don't ask for any repayment. Happy to help. Chris.
Yeah.
About the seeping rot, does it stick around? Do you need any sort of extra healing, possibly beyond what we have done to, be fully free of it? Or are we like
that's probably enough.
Okay, cool.
Just to like clear off the wound and to remove the disease itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably enough. The problem with seeping rot is just that it's so easily spread. Like once it's infected into like a wolf or something, then anything the wolf bites will then be infected, and then anything that creature bites will be infected.
Like rabies.
It's just quickly spread.
Or herpes.
Okay, cool.
Extraplanar herpes.
So I will tell him that this she should be well now. Should have no need to travel to Lestia any further, unless you desire extra attention. But what we've done together should be enough. Heal her fully with some good rest and water and food.
Nods at the things that you're saying and just keeps just saying thank you. I wish there was some way that I could repay all of you. I don't have much to give.
That's fine.
Did you come from the northeast by chance?
More by the Gulf, the ocean. My tribe is set up due north of here.
Ah,
They won't attack us on sight or anything, will they? Sorry, that might be
No,
rude.
I know relations are a bit tense between orcs and mortal kinds of other types, but we really don't seek trouble, most of us at least. The warring tribes and warrior tribes of the orcs are not so prolific anymore. We simply want to protect ourselves as much as any of you.
Would you, by chance, have seen a flying creature pass by within the last week or so? Would have been carrying. You might have seen it carrying a object about 2 feet in length or so.
I can't say that I have. I'm sorry. I only set out a few days ago from my tribe.
How was she injured?
Playing off in the woods and hunting deer, she was bit by something. I'm not entirely sure. She hasn't woken since I found her.
Are you heading to Lestia, or are you going back to your tribe?
Well, if what you're saying is true and she is cured, then I will probably just head back to my tribe. I don't want to cause any more issue than I need.
She's cured of the disease, at least. I mean, we're headed in the same direction. I don't see why we couldn't travel together. I look around at everybody else.
Luz nods. That would be, if you insist upon payment, a guide through the area would be helpful.
Your arms are tired. Azar can carry her. I mean, he's carried me plenty of times. I'm a little bigger.
I'm all right. I can carry her.
I'm so surprised with that child.
I can take you as far as the same direction we're heading. You're going to the Gulf?
Thereabouts, yes.
We don't know.
We are looking for an Amira Farasik. She's said to be in the area, maybe another day's journey northeast.
I know of Amira. I can point you in the direction of where to find her.
That would be helpful.
Has this been the first time this sort of wound has happened to your people?
There's been a few other cases, but none of them survived.
Recent?
Over the past few years, it has happened scarcely. I was the only one to set out from the village instead of trying to rely on our healers and medicine. I'm glad that I did.
We should look
You
into
call it the seeping rot?
keeping rot.
Yes. It's caused by beings not of this plane who infect.
I see.
It could be plants or animals, and a bite is all you need for it to pass on.
For those who had gotten the wounds before, and I'm sorry if this brings up any unpleasant memories, but did they say any hint of what these creatures might have looked like, turned into?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I don't have more information than that.
Fine, we'll just keep an eye out while we're up there. It would be cool if we could figure out like a way to pull whatever's doing this.
From Dura's bite wound before it got healed, does it seem like a particular animal's bite? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Make a
I
nature
would
was it
have
a big
looked at it
animal?
as
nature check.
okay.
Yours
I have
probably
made
would be
so
better.
many
Hmm.
bad nature checks today. That's a
16?
9.
18? I got 18.
Why
16
don't I know
plus.
what animals are?
No,
I'm a
no,
druid.
19. 19. I got 19. I know fucking
From
animal
what you could
bites.
tell, it seemed like about the size of a coyote.
Okay. So so it seems like local wildlife.
Yeah.
Rabid coyote.
Oh, that's something. Luz, do you know what characteristics of an animal that is afflicted by seeping by this that thing?
The characteristics of it, like,
Like-
is it?
like-
I guess is it a certain kind of plants? Is it certain kind of animals?
It doesn't really alter the animal in any way. It just slowly kills them.
Okay, so I thought like a
doesn't,
rabid animal.
No,
like,
it
Raw
doesn't.
thing.
It doesn't like mutate them. It just like slowly kills them and makes them more aggressive.
Oh, so it looks like rabies, just
Pretty much.
terrible.
Void
Okay.
rabies.
Okay.
Avoid rabies even more.
The babies.
Avoid.
Face
Oh.
AIDS.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Malzahar.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Cool. Yeah, I explained that to Adia.
Okay.
If I can, he'll just like reach into like a bag, like a pouch on his side, and pull out a large uncut stone. This is what I was going to pay my way through the city and find a physician with, if you would take it. And it's a large uncut orange gemstone, looks like a topaz.
Ooh.
And we'll grab them.
Snatches, like grabby hands.
Do I know what it
I
is,
mean-
stone-wise?
Looks like a topaz gemstone.
Okay.
Big and
Can I-
orange.
Can I assess its value?
Make an investigation check.
Loses
Luz needs it.
going
Needs
to
it.
no have
19
no.
plus
Luz does not
whatever.
Luz does not take people's values without payment. We're already getting paid by
What was it? Investigation? So it's a
Investigation.
unnatural 20.
It would be worth about 75 gold pieces.
Yeah. that'll
That's
do it.
uncut. If it was cut and cleaned up, it would probably be worth more. But raw material-wise, worth about 75 gold.
Thank you. It's appreciated. Did Luz needed it?
Thank you.
No.
it's more of a no, I don't need it. I don't think. Here's No.
We can travel for a few more hours before the sun begins to set today, and then I can lead you the rest of the way if you'd like.
thank
Yes.
you very much. Really appreciate it.
I don't know. It seems like Luz wanted it. They're making grabby hands. Sorry.
The grabby
Oh.
hands was me being Eileen wanting
Oh, okay.
grabbies.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
No, not me grabbies.
Was
Grabby.
it a spell component or something? Like, fuck it.
Yeah,
take it.
this was wondering. Yeah.
Do
That's
I
what I
have
thought
to
it
spell
was.
with that? Probably.
Regardless,
Eventually.
we have it.
Yeah. We just have it.
Yep.
Before somebody could deny it and be like, no, you don't need to give us anything. We have it.
I was going to say
Ours.
that, but okay. Apparently, it's taken.
Yeah. I guess Yeah, we'll start moving then.
Yeah, we move, we travel, we park our butts for the day.
And Adia's asking him all kinds of questions
Oh,
about
no.
orc society.
Oh no.
He's like, just
This
put the
is
fucking
why-
disease back. Give me the topaz, put the
Endlessly.
disease back, we're leaving.
Endlessly. What
Luz
is your
will ask to check in on Dula?
Dura.
Dura.
D-U-R-A.
That's a word.
Is it?
Spanish.
Oh.
No, Cloud, that would be jeweler's tools.
Gotcha. I was just double checking. I couldn't remember if there was jeweler's tools, or if I was just thinking about WoW.
Yeah.
Just thinking about WoW.
Just thinking about WoW. Well, no, it's also in D&D. I was thinking maybe Mason tools.
So then we
Yeah, you guys travel for the rest of the day and then eventually need to set up camp. Nahat sets up like a small tent for himself and his daughter, and yeah. You
yeah,
guys
check
set
in
up
on
the
her.
fire. Yeah, she seems to be doing well and just resting and regaining her energy. And strength. You guys bed down for the night, and yeah, anyone want to do anything?
Set up a fire pit. New person in the group. Gotta talk to him.
In private, gonna check my compass and see if there's any change and tell whatever. If there is any change, just inform Luz about what to direct everyone.
Luz is gonna
seems
take some
relatively
readings.
unchanged.
Well,
Oh, and if they ask, it's somewhere around 150 miles.
okay. Luz nods conspiratorially, and then goes and starts looking at the stars. Is it cloudy tonight? Was Luz gonna be real annoyed?
Make a nature check.
Okay. Goddamn nature checks. 21.
Whoa!
There you go.
No.
21
These are wanting to
is
see
no.
if it actually is cloudy.
No.
What'd you get?
21.
21. Okay. What are you trying to look for in the stars?
Has anything changed? Can I actually get any readings out of these today?
Like about what?
Well, to be honest, Luz is very curious about Isar's path. and wants to is curious.
I would say with that, you kind of look at the stars and find the general area where you believe Isar's soul and lifeline to be, and you see it very amorphous. You can see the light of the star blinking, like brighter and then dimmer and brighter and dimmer.
Oh.
Very uncertain of his fate and what might become of it.
Luz just shakes her head. Like, no wonder. No wonder her reading was crap.
Isar's just using his whetstone
Something's
on his
not-
hammer. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
That's not weird at all. Blink. Blink. Yeah. Luz will wrap it up and go to the group and say, I believe it's within 150 miles of here. Still heading in the right direction.
He nods and goes, if we were to meet or see any more of your people along the way, is there a way to signify or signify that we are harmless?
Not drawing weapons and saying, hello, we are harmless and friendly is a good start.
I see.
But we were. I don't know about the
ways
harmless
of-
part, but
The ways of the old orcish tribes is long gone. There's just some lingering animosity and hate towards our people still. It is lessened over time, and there are many orcs, full-blooded and everything, that live within the normal societies and cities, but it is still difficult to make your way there as an orc-blooded person. But most that you come across will not be any more violent or hateful than anyone else you would meet. An unfortunate part of our history that I wish could be erased, but alas.
And you mentioned you were from the north, as you mentioned you're from the north as well, near the Gulf. Is there any creatures that we should be wary of in certain areas? Besides the one that was near your home that happened to your daughter.
I would be wary of. Are you heading towards the water or staying landlocked, mainland?
I think most likely landlocked, right?
Yes.
maybe. I don't know.
Yes?
I would like to see the
We
ocean, but somewhere our
we were
paths
told
take us.
We don't exactly have means of traveling by water at the moment.
We were told there was hill giants, there was also the rare dragon, there was also other creatures. They're very unfriendly.
I would be careful of giantkin. They do have small settlements sporadically throughout north of the Great Divide. Dragon I haven't seen before. I've seen a few wyverns hanging around mountain caverns along
Okay.
the Great Divide. I'd be wary of those. Some elementals, earthen elementals, and sky air elementals I would be wary of as well, that tend to be either near the rivers or either near the rock crags and caverns in the mountains for the earthen, or in the sky above for the air, or even in open meadows or valleys. Many of them lesser, but some greater elementals as well. They tend not to be too much bother as long as you don't encroach too far into their lands and their territories. They will definitely let you know if they believe you are intruding.
Cool.
What know of Amira?
I know that she is a cultivator of plant life and rare strange herbs. Other than that, I don't know too much. Many of my people call her a witch doctor. I was a bit wary to bring Dura to her.
Why?
Reputation is not the most stellar among my people, and I thought that the medicine of Lacia would be better suited.
What reputation does she have?
A lot of weird things. I didn't want any experimental herbs and unknown substances to be used on my daughter.
That's fair.
I mean, if
Get
anyone
that
has
blue
any,
cactus flower, man.
she's growing them in her backyard.
100%.
I mean, if no one else
She's
has
just
questions.
descendant of Blue Cactus Man.
He moved all the way here.
Marcelo's great granddaughter.
Oh my god, it would be, huh?
But yeah, you guys all go to sleep and take your watches.
Yes.
Mhm.
The night is uneventful, and you all wake up on the morning of the 13th of Fedor. Let's go ahead and take our little break here because it's been 2
Yes.
hours.
Yes.
Woo!
Alrighty then.
Yes.
So yeah.
No. Have you never?
Have you never thought about orcs fucking? Rika, where are you getting all of this?
Every day of my life.
How do they drink alcohol?
Yes.
Rika's asking what orcs
What
do
kind
for
of
fun.
alcohol?
They brew their own.
Hooch.
Out of what?
Toilet hooch.
Beer, barley wine, whatever.
So they farm?
Yeah.
Okay.
They farm, they hunt, they have like just their own society.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking about. I'm putting. Do they? What do they do for courtship?
They fuck Rika.
Is that the only thing they do
Rika.
for courtship?
The orcs are humanoids just like any other humanoid.
That's
It's
why I'm
just that they've been
yeah, but they have a
shunned for the most part.
They have a different culture. That's what I'm asking. What do they do? Like, do they do
Well, not
what
all of
other
them.
people?
Like, there's a lot of orcs that live in regular humanoid societies.
And I would ask them the same thing, get different answers. I'm asking about these orcs in particular. What do they do for fun, Chris?
Hunt, gather, play
That's not-
games like
that's-
any other people.
And
That's
fuck.
that's not fun. That's just what they have to do to live.
Sometimes they
I mean,
carve
Rika,
numbers
is-
into rocks and they sit around a table and they
Rika,
yell at
you're-
each other.
I'm
Is-
very confused by
is there any-
this line of questioning.
Sh-
It's like
if
just
I
saying like, what do
ask,
elves do for fun?
yeah, but that's why there are regional differences.
Are you trying to find out if the orcs have like a national sport? Like, what are you trying to figure
No.
out?
Orc
For
For example,
ball.
if I ask an orc, okay,
Oh, I want to watch it.
if I ask an orc in a city, what do they do for fun? Maybe they'll say, "Oh, I enjoy gambling." Okay, that's a very city
I mean,
orc thing to
Dra-
do.
orc.
Drak Nuesco is a full-blooded orc, and he's like one of
What
the
the
most famous
fuck is a
chefs.
city orc?
I don't know, just any orc that lives in the city. If I ask these people, what do they do?
no.
This
Do
is
they have a
something
special?
vaguely racist,
Yeah,
Rika.
this is very problematic.
It's like how is that so problematic?
Wait, Rika, who's in Paris?
What? It's like asking Korean people, like, "Hey, what is your traditional games?" And asking versus Japanese people, "What is your traditional games?" They're gonna be totally fucking
Yeah,
different.
but what do city Koreans do versus rural Koreans?
If you walk
Rika?
up to a single person, they're going to tell you something that they do for fun.
Yeah.
But the people do whatever they want as individuals for
look.
fun.
Not every Korean person plays mahjong.
Okay, look,
First of
okay.
all, that's a
asked,
Chinese
okay.
game.
I asked
Sorry,
one of my
Chinese.
cousins what they did for fun. What they do for fun, right? They said, "Oh, I to go for the karaoke," right? I asked my dad what he did for fun as a kid. Like, do you know what he said? Replied? Do you know what he said?
Karaoke.
They
War
lived in the same
crimes?
city. They lived in the same city. Do you know what he said? He said, I dismantled mines for fun."
Okay, so they didn't say
As
the
a
same thing,
kid.
but they're from the same place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like you're proving our point, Rika.
that's what. Oh my god.
So each orc is
So,
going to have their
so you're
own
saying
interests.
you didn't build a whole culture on this one tribe of orcs? Is that what you're saying?
Rika, you just disproved your own theory.
What
You
the
just said
hell is
dad and your
going
cousin
on
are from the
here?
same place but have different hobbies.
Then okay, fine. I'm asking both him and his kid. What do you do both do for fun?
His kid is asleep.
Audio
time?
wakes her up.
Adia's just like, "Kid, what do you want? Kid,
What
do
are
you
your
do
hopes
for
and
fun?
dreams?
what are your
What
hopes and
games do you
dreams?
play?
What do you like to do in your free time?"
I'm trying to reach you about your extended car warranty.
Nahat likes to do archery for sport, so like contests, archery contests, and things like that.
Okay, that's cool.
You guys hear the sound of Chris whipping that out of his ass so fast?
Oh, if he likes archery for sport, then why is he carrying a longsword?
Oh, God!
He also has a bow.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Also,
You've
if
never
he
heard of
likes
a bow
it for
sword?
sport, that doesn't mean he's like
Good at it.
can't.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's a shit shooter. He has no aim
Oh,
whatsoever.
Oh
but
no!
he sure likes doing it.
It's
Poor
like that
Nahat.
40-year-old dad who says who says he likes karate, but really he just went one time when he was 35 and is currently a white belt.
Yeah. They also have an ice rink that they like to go ice skating together on the lake
Oh,
when it freezes over in the winter, Rika.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, we had
that's
that.
actually really nice.
well,
that's
that's
cute.
nice.
And they do courtship dances, you know?
On the ice,
Yeah.
they have weddings. They have weddings mostly not In the winter? Okay.
Yep. They do
Okay.
like a swan.
They
do like a
actually
swan
do a show
courtship
this.
dance. Yep. It's called Orc Lake.
I see. Okay. I'm
Thank,
ready
you for the layup, Cloud.
I'm
Are we
legit
back?
writing
Can we
this
go?
down. I'm
back.
legit writing this
Alright,
down.
cool.
Yeah,
We're back.
cool.
Yeah, we've been back.
Oh, great. I'm glad we have been discussing the courtship rituals of these orcs.
Yeah. No, the
Which
very
is
first one
I
definitely-
mean,
was.
you're building lore. You're making the world more immersive to the people who cared to watch.
And they definitely don't fuck.
No, not at all. They actually reproduce asexually.
Oh my
Nice.
god, that's amazing.
What do they look for in a mate?
Thank you. Thank you. Themselves.
They look
Very
within themselves, and
narcissistic
then there's
bunch, those
another
orcs.
person.
Very narcissistic bunch, those orcs. Really greedy, too.
Explains all the
Damn greedy
topazing.
orcs ruining everything for other orcs.
All right.
Damn
Anyway,
orcs, they ruined orcs.
fantasy racism aside. Yeah, we pick up on the 13th of Hidur, as you all wake up after a long rest. Lose cast Goodberry.
Yeah. How did you know?
We didn't buy
Sensing a
any
theme.
rations.
The breakfast of champions. Well, Isar had rations. He has 10 rations.
Well, also has rations. Me. But you know who likes eating one good berry and being good for the day? Me.
Yes, you guys head off, and Nahat leads you the right way. His daughter wakes up in the morning, and they talk exuberantly for quite some time, and he is very excited to have her awake finally after such a long time.
I offer them both good berries.
Yeah, they would each take one.
I explain them as a magical fruit that allows you to not have to eat all day. You're fully sustained for one day.
In return, he would give you a cup, like a ration or two of like dried meats.
Oh, cool.
he's
I'll
collected.
take it. Thank you very much. I appreciate.
I've never had one of these before, and would be interesting to try, but I feel bad taking more than I've already taken from you.
Oh, I mean,
What,
all right with.
what is he taking from us?
A good berry.
You saved his daughter.
Gave us a topaz.
I'm already recovered from that. I'm good.
What do you got there? A good berry?
It's
Ugh.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys follow as Nahat leads you on the way to where you're going. And as night, or as the end of the day begins to come, not night, because you take off pretty early. So, like early evening, and light is still out, you crest upon what looks to be a sort of lone farm, like a fairly large area of habitation. Like there seems to be many fields and things, but you don't see any people. You just see one lone house that's fairly on the smaller side. And Nahat will look at you all. This is where I will take my leave, and I need to head back towards the west and further north to get back home. But again, thank you all for everything you've done. And thank you for her.
Yeah.
Thank you for the information.
Have a safe journey back.
Please take care.
You too. Be careful with where you're going. And he'll take off with his daughter.
Blues waves.
You have a good dance in the winter.
Good winter dance to you.
Good Winterfest.
You Orc Lake. Good Orc
Enjoy
Lake
Orc
to you.
Lake.
My wife is dead. I haven't danced in years.
I'm never gonna dance
You
again.
could teach your child how to do the dance, and it'll be like a mother father
Oh,
thing,
oh,
not
oh.
mother
His
father,
feet
the
have
father
got
daughter
Doing
thing.
doing the courtship dance with your daughter. We're
But
not
you
in Sweet Home
teach
Alabama.
the daughter the
Sweet home Koprou.
in some areas of Koprou.
I mean, we're heading near the hill giant settlements. Those are like half of them
Oh.
are inbred.
The orc
my
with the dragon
God.
tattoo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Sweet home Veriseum.
Oh my god, why does that
yeah,
why does that work so well?
You guys are
I was
on-
scrolling around the map looking for one that worked.
You guys are on the outskirts of this farmland, with the lone house in the middle.
Well,
Who else gets weird vibes from a lone house?
Alita's like definitely looking around. Like, are there any signs of life around here?
Yeah.
So- Our
Make a
approaches.
perception check.
Anything look like it's in the direction we're supposed to be heading?
15.
Oh, I got a natural one.
What?
It's an 8.
You look around for like signs of civilization or like other people, and you don't really see too much. It's
Is
pretty desolate looking. I mean, it looks like the plants and like the harvest is well maintained, and it looks like somebody farms this place and grows and cultivates the plants and the land. But as far as like heavy equipment or like signs of multiple people, you don't really see anything.
And in the house, does it look run down or?
Looks like a fairly nice house. It doesn't look like it's like brand new or anything, but it doesn't look dilapidated or destroyed in any way.
All right.
Isar approaches the house.
Adia starts yelling, "Hello, we are visitors!"
Okay.
Any response?
You start yelling out into the fields and don't see or hear anything.
Well, if anything wanted to hurt us, they now know where we are.
What a good idea.
You approach the house, and as you get closer, you kind of like look in through the windows, and doesn't look like you can see any signs of like candles lit or fireplace lit or anything like that. Doesn't look like there's anyone inside right now.
Isar knocks on the door. Bang, bang, bang.
No answer.
I think it's empty.
Isar tries the door.
It's open.
Oh, okay.
It's unlocked.
Isar kind of peeks his head inside.
You peek your head inside, and you see a fairly small entryway that leads into like a living area. Doesn't look like there's anyone in there. You just see some furniture. You see some like shelves with different like masonry work and like different crafts and things that are just like lying on the shelves. You see an old ceremonial great sword that's like up on display.
Isar will just kind of shout inside. Amira? Amira Farsik.
No response.
Can Adia try to like squeeze her head in between the door and Isar and try to
I
like?
mean,
your
Isar
head
will
in
back
there.
out of the door. He's not.
Oh,
He's not
okay.
about invading.
Yeah, she just wants to peek her head into and just. Does it seem like it's been dusty here, or does it seem like it's just recently just been left, like as if the person just stepped out or something?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
I
Alita will
sure.
also peek her head in.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 22.
Oh
Nice.
my god, I got an 18.
I would say both of you look inside, and it doesn't look like it's run down or desolate or anything. It just looks like whoever lives here is not currently there. It looks like it's maintained and like cleaned and stuff.
I think maybe they're just gathering
Steps
somewhere.
away.
They're just out. Are there animals on? There's no animals on this farm. You said.
No, you don't see any animals.
Should we just wait for them?
Is this where she was supposed to be?
Yes.
This is,
According-
I
That's
would be
what.
shocked if there's another house out here.
I suppose we just sit and wait then. Unless you want to go searching.
Isar is going to take out his horn
Oh my god.
and let out a long, loud note.
It's a brown nose.
Your illusion in the background.
Everyone
Bah!
probably shits themselves. Okay, you blow into your horn, resounding throughout the fields. Some crows go flying out of the trees, and you wait a few moments, and you see some. The echo of the room really helped with it.
It really did. That was a good fucking horn.
You see some tall grass beginning to rustle off in the distance, and then see a humanoid figure crest through, looking curiously into the area. Hello? And she kind of steps forward. I heard a horn. Is everything all right? You see standing in front of you a human woman, looking fairly elderly, shoulders a little bit slumped forward, like arched. Shoulder-length white hair that curls slightly and looks like it's a bit frizzed. Wrinkled but kind face with gray-blue eyes and slightly short and a little bit stocky in build. Gives off a little bit of like a sad, mournful sort of nature to her.
Are you Amira Farasik?
Yes, I am Amira.
I've come a long way seeking maybe you, but seeking in order of a similar name as your last name.
See. You look the type.
Isar furrows his brow.
Bald?
Paul?
Bald?
Desperate.
Oh.
Did you just say yes?
No,
No,
desperate.
Oh, okay. I was
yes,
like,
bald.
yes.
Tone totally shifted of the episode.
Imagine if all of them were bald.
One thing brings these
Wow.
men together: a need for Rogaine.
Well, come with me. No point in standing out here. And she goes and walks towards the house. I see you've already opened the way. The door
We
sitting
did-
ajar.
We did not pry, but wanted to make sure nobody was home. Sorry.
I have nothing to hide anyway. It's fine. Come. And she'll walk into the house.
Isar will follow.
I look at Eileen, I look at Alita and Nadia.
I'm already in there. Squeezing in there.
Okay.
I'm already asking questions.
Wait. You're
But when
already
your
in the
dog
house?
is
No,
like,
no, after her, I'm just like going in there.
when
I just
you're
imagine
going
the-
somewhere and your dog like goes before you and like
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
I just imagine the
Zoom.
old lady opens the door and Adia's already in the room watching.
So about the ceremonial sword. No.
green eyes flash in the dark.
See a blob in the corner.
I guess Alito will just kind of awkwardly kind of like shuffle in, not really sure
Yeah.
what she's supposed to be doing in here.
she goes and
Follows.
lights a fire and like sparks like stovetop on or like fireplace on and begins to boil some water for tea.
May I help you in any way?
Oh no, thank you, dear.
Of course. Just let me know.
I appreciate it. So, what is your name?
My name is Isar Ashik.
I see. Well, as you already know, I am Amira Farasik, but Farasik is not my true surname. As you've surmised, it is the part of the name of an order, a collective of people. My wife, now gone, was a member of the Farasik al-Maut. She was a brave woman, fierce, caring, lovely. She's gone now, and as I had promised her, I would carry on the name Farasik for any who would hear of it and would seek out the same path she took.
Sorry to interrupt, but what exactly do you mean by that?
All those who are close and dear to the Farasik al-Maut are asked by them to carry on their legacy, as they do not have a name upon death. They are forgotten, only to be a member of the collective. Any who know them forget. Any records are struck. Any history is rewritten. Only the name Farasik al-Maut remains. The promise, the right.
How is that possible?
The Farasik al-Maut strive by a very ancient and primordial right, one as old as the gods themselves, to which even the god of death cannot deny. This type of ancient magic, hemomancy, is paramount, difficult to circumnavigate.
Will you guide me down that path?
If that is what you wish, that is why I am here, and the promise I made to my wife, that I would guide any who wished to follow the same path. All of those close to the Farasik al-Maut, their loved ones are asked to carry on this legacy and hold these traditions so that others may find it if they need or if they wish.
Luz looks at Eileen.
I think Cody went AFK.
I'm here. Hello? There we go.
Hello? Hello?
Making sure my audio was good.
Hello, your audio.
I do
Amir?
warn you that your name will be forgotten when you die. There will be no record of you, the individual. Asa Ashik?
Ashik.
Asar Ashik. You will be forgotten when you go.
Surely we don't
But
agree with that then. Right, Izzy?
my
Oh.
acts will remain.
Your acts will remain. You will be a part of the collective, the Farasik al-Maut, their triumphs, their defeats, their greatness, their downfalls.
But the whole point of us doing this is to save our home, to fix what's wrong up there. If you don't remember any of it, or if it doesn't matter to you, if you were never there, if history was rewritten, or you don't know the people, or you don't know me, I mean,
I would forget nothing.
Nothing changes until the day you die. Then you are unwritten. Your friends will remember you, but will not know your name, will not be able to describe your face. They will remember what you did, how you made them feel, the joys, the sorrows, the triumphs and failures. You can see her face growing more saddened and somber. The love shared, the love lost. But you will not remember them.
When you say that not even the god of death can touch their magic, what does that mean? What happens with their soul?
I don't know everything, but what I was told is there is an ancient rite of the Farasik Almat that you call upon the god of death to obey your command and to seek audience with him, a request which he cannot deny if done in the correct way through this rite. And upon doing so, you are able to extract a piece of his power and make it your own as a part of this rite. It was one of the first ways, if not the first way, the mortals fought back against the titans and primordial beings before magic was understood. Hemomancy, blood magic, the use of your soul, the use of your essence was all that mortals had over the primordial beings. These were the Farasik Almat, those who gave up themselves to fight for something they believed in.
Eileen, we've already been doing that. That's what we were doing. This isn't different for me. If memory is stricken when I die, then that's a problem for then. I'm alive now.
But what if tomorrow or the next day? Then what? I made this whole journey by myself. I just won't remember you.
You'll remember what it felt to travel with me. You'll remember the deeds done. Names fade in history no matter what you do. The deeds remain. That's what I care about.
If you wish to give up your name and make that choice, that's yours. I would just urge you to consider your friend's position, or if you were in her shoes.
We said we would seek this out. We would figure out what it's about and if it could help us and if it was necessary, if the sacrifices were worth it. This is more than anything we imagined, Izzy. Think about your family. They're not going to remember you. Might remember what it feels like to be with you in Archerus, but that short-lived little blip of memory, it's not... We can do it without it.
You could remind them. I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
No one does.
You said this is something beyond our imagining. That's what we need to save Archerus, to save that northern tip of Pelrin that's so isolated. This is a solution.
A solution.
What's this lady's name again?
Amira.
Amira.
Amir.
Amira,
Yes.
you speak of great deeds. Were they all good?
Across all of the Pharisee Galmot or my wife?
Both, I suppose.
There have been many since the First Era, and undoubtedly there were bad ones and good ones. Some of them did atrocious things with that power. Some of them did great things. I count my wife as one of the greats who helped people and tried to make a positive change and difference in the lives of the people around her. She was quite dear to me and dear to everyone whose life she touched. I am sad that she had to go so early and that I can't remember her face or her name, but I am consoled by the fact that she helped and cared for so many and made their lives better. It would be selfish of me to deny that of so many people, simply to remember a name or a face.
Did your wife or do the Farsi have to follow specific orders, or do they act of their own accord?
The only thing the Pharisee Kalmot are bound by is the right. The right that they make with the god of death. Anything else they wish to do with their life is their own. That is what makes it such a tricky order of business, is anyone who wishes to do so and knows how and has the means can become one and join. There are good ones and bad ones, as I said. Some have good intentions, some have ill intentions. There is no control or regulation or coalition that works together. Each person is their own individual in life, but in death, they are all one collective of achievements and failures.
Yeah, Luz just looks at Asar.
Amira, ma'am,
Yes.
if it wasn't for a promise, if it wasn't for unselfishness, as you mentioned, would you want to do this right now? Would you want to be someone telling these tales to make someone make the choice that your wife had made, regardless of how good it was?
That is a difficult question, dear. It is hard to say what we would rather and analyze our regrets on what we don't regret. I am an old lady. It is often that I dwell on my past and my choices, what I could have done differently, and how life could have been different. But I feel that it is my duty and responsibility to afford others the opportunity that my wife had, to seek the strength if they wish to do something with it.
But do you want to do this?
Oh, I do other things as well. This is a rare occurrence that anyone finds me looking specifically for this. I mostly tend to rare herbs and ingredients and supply alchemists with some of the stranger things. I'm cultivator.
That's not exactly an answer to the question she asked.
Do you want to do this?
She ponders for a few moments. I'm fulfilling a promise that I made, and fulfilling that promise makes me happy. Makes me feel close to her.
I look at Eileen.
Luz nods.
That is the choice. That is the answer of those left behind, Eileen.
Eileen, I won't leave you behind.
Eileen is just staring at him.
I won't.
Perhaps you take the night to think about it?
No. Tonight.
If you plan to do it tonight, then I will need to prepare you with the proper procedure of the rite.
So I was just looking at Eileen.
There's another way.
So just shakes his head. If there was, we would have already found it.
You do this, it's without my blessing.
So be it. Yeah. Prepare the ritual.
I can show you the way, but it is up to you to do. And it would behoove you to have your friends aid you. There is a cavern nearby that I maintain, or at least the exterior of it. You will need to have certain things with you. In the center of the cavern, all the way inside, there is a pool of water that is directly tied to the realm of the dead, Belduin. You will need to get to this pool of water to perform the rite. Inside the cavern are the souls of the dead who did not succeed in this rite. Those that failed and were left behind. Forever to torment those who tried. They will try to stop you. You need to make it past all of them to the pools and then complete the rite. For the rite, you will need a flint stone and a piece of iron or steel sharp enough to strike it. You will need to stand within the pool of water inside the cavern. You will need to puncture a hole through one of your hands, clear to the other side. You will drink a special tea that I prepare for you. It is made from umbral azolla, a poisonous herb. You will submerge yourself under the water fully and wait there for 10 seconds. And then you will stand. You will die during this rite. That is unavoidable. You must in order to enter Belduin, but this ritual and this rite allows you to be conscious and awake within Belduin. You will stand in the river Styx, awake. The water will flow around you. And you will speak the right of the Pharisee Almont. This will force the cold wind to show up and entreat with you. He is bound by ancient right to speak to you should you be conscious within his realm and speak the right of the Pharisee Almont. He is unable to reap your soul unless you agree. You will have two choices. Once there, complete the rite or remain dead. There is no other option. After speaking to the god of death and hearing what he has to say, you will strike the flint with the steel that you brought and ignite the waters of the river Styx. You will then cauterize the hole in your hand with the flames, and the rite will be complete. You will awaken back within the cavern. That is all. This is the right of the Pharisee Almont. And she takes a piece of paper and scrawls this onto it.
Okay.
Speak that into Belluin when you arrive, and death will be forced to entreat with you.
Very well.
I will prepare the potion.
How long will it take?
Half an hour.
Okay.
I have a question, Amira. Will any of us remember this ritual as well as the words you have given us?
How to perform it?
Yes.
Sure.
Will it be forgotten when he dies?
No, that is how I am able to carry it on. In fact, it would be
Counterintuitive.
what the Pharisee Almont wish, for you to remember it and pass it on, for any others to join.
Foreboding.
Terrifying. What time is it?
It's like early evening, like 5 p.m.-ish.
Okay, cool. So we're going to be getting dark within like a couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still light out. Beginning to get towards sunset, though.
Okay. And I still remember where Isar's star is.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we'll wait outside and let you brew the tea.
Very well.
May I stay inside and observe?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well,
Claudia, I think there are other things that we can learn from as well here.
You can find how to brew such a tea from many other sources.
yes, yes, ma'am.
We all head outside.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Leave her to do her thing. Luz is
You
quiet
have 30
because,
minutes.
huh?
Can I?
Yeah,
It's
Alita's
our-
also kind of distant-eyed.
May I look at your paper?
Later.
Oh,
None of you have to help me. You, other than Eileen, barely know me. But if you do help me in this, I will stand by your side through whatever you need to do as well. I make this pact with you. Aid me in this and help me grow strong, and I will do the same for you.
May I ask a question before I agree to anything?
Star nods.
What do you plan to do once you have this power, whatever it may be?
Well, I don't plan to die anytime soon. I plan to grow strong
Yes.
and to return to Artris and end the threats that face my birthland. It may not be where my parents or family is from, but it's where I grew up and it's what I know, and it needs help and it's not getting it, and I can be there for it.
What will you do with this once you've completed that?
Isar kind of thinks for a long while. Once my mission is complete, I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I suppose I would continue to protect as I have done, as I will do. There's always another battle to defend those who need it. It sounds corny when I say it like that, but
No. I just wonder. I believe in your intentions to do good. I just think you will be hurting some people along the way. And I just glance over at Eileen very quickly and then look back at you.
Isar nods, seeing the glance.
But I will help.
Life's never without pain, but I am sorry for any I may cause. And Isar stares at Eileen. Eileen, I know I don't have your blessing for this, but will you help me?
Um,
is she ignoring him?
oh yeah, she's not ignoring him real hard.
Well, Isar,
Isar
I
just
don't.
kind of looks at the ground and nods.
Isar, I don't think I need any kind claims like that to be by my side. I simply want to come because I want to know. You are a gentle and
I
open-minded
want to
man.
fuck around and find out.
I sure do. You're a gentle and open-minded man. Perhaps if I knew you for a little longer, I would have some hesitation. However, it is your choice. And I am also a stranger to you, so I cannot interfere with that. It is your story.
Thank you, Adia.
just keep in mind is sometimes when deeds aren't finished, they are too forgotten.
You're not wrong.
All right. Well, 30 minutes pass.
Well,
We're
I mean-
silent.
I mean, Alita,
Alita, you join me?
Alita,
Oh, sorry.
you have my axe.
Yeah. Alita is just gonna look over and be like, I'm all right with assisting you in this, but this isn't me trying to convince you not to do this. I want you to know that you are not just inconveniencing those that know you. They are always going to have this emptiness to them. These ideas that there was once this person that they knew that they had all these experiences with, but it's just out of their reach. I can understand why you want to do this, but do not downplay what you are doing to those that care about you.
I don't know.
You are
if
taking
there's-
away a choice of theirs. You're
If there's a way to circumnavigate this fate, I will try to do that. I don't want to be forgotten. Nobody wants to be forgotten. Nobody wants to be remembered as a faceless entity, as part of a group.
This isn't about what you want. It doesn't matter if you don't care about being remembered.
It's selfish of me, I know. I know. But all the same.
I ask, why have you decided? Well, we do know why you have decided, but why did you make the choice to believe that the fate of Pellerin lies, or the fate of wherever you're from that you mentioned? Sorry, I don't remember at the moment. Miss Rika.
Artress.
Artress, like, why does it lie on your shoulders alone?
Yes. Why does it lie on your shoulders alone? Izzy.
Because I can bear it. Isar doesn't give any further reply to that.
I'll help. I don't need your promises. Those don't tend to last long anyways. But if you are still the same person afterwards, I hope we can accomplish what we set out to do. When it comes time to put that hole through your hand, I would like to be the one to do it. I kind of just touch the...
You're gonna shoot a hole through my hand?
If you'll have me.
Isar grimaces for a moment, but nods.
What's up?
It's only fitting. Thank you for. I know you don't want thanks for this, but. So just kind of nods and looks at the ground.
All right. 30 minutes pass, and eventually, Amira.
Nail biting tension of 30 minutes.
Yeah, very
Awkward
awkward
silence
30
after-
minutes.
Tense
Awkward
30
science
minutes.
silence for 23 minutes. Nobody says a word.
Hmm.
I mean, Adia's looking at you for the paper. Sorry.
Yeah, Luz is like staring up at the sky most of the time.
Isar just out the paper.
Thank you.
Lita just stands by Luz.
I'll send it to you, Rika.
Oh, thank you. I mean, might as well do something in the 30 minutes that we're awkwardly sitting. Can't look at anyone from looking down at a piece of paper.
Yep, that's the thought with Luz looking at the sky. Don't go. Well,
Yeah, Amira comes out with the brewed potion and hands it in a closed flask to you, Isar.
Isar takes it.
I'll show you to the cavern, and then it will be on you.
Very well.
If you're all ready, then follow me.
Isar follows.
She leads you about leads you about a mile or so away from where you currently are, and you come upon a pretty unassuming looking cavern of stone that opens up into a large archway. And she stands there, and you can see old memories like wash over her face, and a somberness take her as she just kind of stares blankly at the cavern. Here you are.
Isar just kind of rests a hand on her shoulder and then walks past without saying a word.
Good luck.
thank you.
As we're going on, Alita's gonna cast mage armor on herself.
Okay.
I'm waiting until he's in his pool, gonna strike his flame, but I'm gonna cast guidance on him once we're there
Okay.
to that.
Isar strikes a torch. And
Okay. Torch ignites.
takes his hammer out with his other hand, just holds it at the towards the ground as he walks in.
All right. You enter into a fairly unassuming looking cavern, and looking around, it is just sheer stone, or sorry, not sheer, like coarse stone around the sides. And you walk further into it, and about 60 feet within, you can see a large, sheer, smooth stone wall that is just blank. And you look around, and nothing else is immediately noticeable within this space.
1 second. Is it hole in hand then T or T then hole in hand?
Is Amira still with us or no?
No, she's gone.
Okay. The thing is, yeah, hole in hand and then T, but then I think you're supposed to do it at the water.
Yeah, no.
Luz-
So I'm writing out steps right now. before we
Luz,
do this, so I don't
while
forget.
while Isar's preparing, is going to cast augury.
We also have to look for a flintstone and iron steel to make the fire.
Isar has that. He has.
But the-
You have a thing sharp enough to stab your hand with.
Eileen's gonna shoot my hand.
Does that work?
Do we have to?
Will that count?
Do we have to
Sure.
find these materials
Hole in
in
his
the
hand.
cavern, or okay, he can just have it. Okay. So puncture and hole in hands to other side. Drink special tea prepared by Amira. Submerge underwater fully. Wait 10 seconds and stand. You will die in the right. Unavoidable. Must be in order to or the blah blah blah. So yeah, and then you speak the words. That's the steps I wrote.
Yeah.
His
as they
Isar's
go
mason's
through
chisel
that.
would count for the piece of iron or steel needed. Correct.
You wrote it.
It's
You wrote
mason
everything.
chisel? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have time to cast augury while they're doing that? It's a minute cast.
Sure.
Okay.
Future.
So, I guess I'm doing it about my plan to help, because it says about you plan to take within the next 30 minutes, the course of action you plan to take. But so yeah, I'm trying to sense whether or not my helping is going to be beneficial or not.
You cast the spell and read through the different signs and the stars and looking through your cards together for what it could mean. You get a reading of weal and woe.
Oh, great! That's what
That you feel like your contribution will be helpful, but there may be a cost in the end.
Cool. Luz, gathers up all of her little trinkets and puts them back into the danglies on the brim of her hat.
Yes, you all enter into this cavern. If you want to look around more in depthly, you can. Or
Yeah,
what do you all want to do?
I'm
You
keeping an ear
immediately
out.
notice it is dark, other than the torch that Isar has, and it is coarse walls all around, about 60 feet deep, and then smooth wall at the far end.
Gonna keep an ear out for any spooky noises.
Okay, make a perception check.
Any markings on the walls? as well,
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
yeah.
thinking, was any sort of
Investigation.
markings on the walls.
Investigation.
That's a 16, but I'm also going to use a thing and add a d6 to that.
Okay.
What?
I got a
thing are you
10 on
using?
my investigation.
I got
So that is a
14.
19.
Wait, let me add
Okay.
knack. Let me add
Okay.
knack to that.
19 perception. It is dead silent. You don't hear a single sound other than the sounds that your party are giving off and the clacking of footsteps and things. There is nothing else coming from this cavern.
I got 16.
All right, just gonna keep to be on lookout from any.
Isar's just looking around, peering around with his torchlight.
I'd like to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
I can link that for you.
Yep. 10 minutes for the duration. You can detect celestial duration within 30 feet as well. You cast the spell and you don't detect anything currently in your vicinity,
Just keep it up. for the
but it
next 10
stays up
minutes.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't see the pool yet, right? It's not like 100 feet ahead or something.
Only thing you see is it's just like a 60-foot deep room, coarse stone walls on the side, and then flat, sheer stone wall at the end.
It just seems like a dead end cave.
Yeah.
Any markings on the
Star
walls?
will walk towards.
Investigation, you look around the walls, Adia, and don't see any markings.
Okay. Hmm.
Can Isar approach the dead end wall?
Yep.
Does it seem natural? Can he use
It-
his mason's tools to like
yeah,
do
use your
a...
mission tools.
What would I be adding to this?
I'm gonna say this is wisdom.
Well, that's a 6 plus 3 plus what's our proficiency right now?
2.
2, so 11.
11. It looks like it's been hewn. It has been like smoothed by people. It is not a naturally occurring stone, especially with all the coarse stone surrounding. Looks like it has been smoothed and was specifically carved and placed here.
Isar places his hand on it, doesn't have any give to it or anything.
As you put your hand on it, text appears on the slab. You can see on the stone appears writing in common. It says, "This is the place the individual dies and the collective lives. Present yourself upon the wall and be no more."
Isar takes out his chisel and begins. Is there like an open spot on the wall? Just anywhere
It is
where there's-
completely
yeah.
blank.
Isar puts his name in the stone.
You chisel your name into the stone, and it disappears. The stone shifts aside, and a pathway opens up. And that is where we'll pick up next time.
Ah!
You
Because
fuck!
it
I was
is-
hoping
it
for
is late.
combat.
It's 3.5 hours in, and we're not gonna have time for everything. So.
Gotcha.
Surely you squeeze something in.
Surely just a little bit of combat's okay.
Yeah, that is what we'll pick up next time.
Oh, boy.
Damn.
That got heavy in the
Damn.
last third.
It did, damn.
Man.
I don't know what y'all expected.
I don't know what to expect. I didn't even know you were interested in this, in joining. I just knew you were searching them out.
I mean, kind of had a feeling that he would want to join, but so I didn't. For some reason I thought Eileen was gonna like join him, becoming a thing.
Oh, you hear all that shit? That sounds scary.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
doing
solidarity.
that.
Isar's the one about the scary shit.
Yeah,
Eileen's like,
dude.
nah, I got Jesus.
Yeah, Eileen has like
Jesus with a gun.
Like,
Jesus with a blicky.
Savior of the All Guard.
That's
Man.
fair.
no, Eileen's like a church girl,
Man.
a church
Oh,
tiefling.
man. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. I assumed, and then Eileen did it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Now it's gonna be awkward.
That's gonna be awkward.
this is
Yeah.
awkward.
Turning
This is
into the
some
exact thing that we're fighting against.
I'm not turning undead. I'm just
You're
you know,
just dying and
I'm
then
just
coming
nearly dying.
back.
But I'm not dying. I'm just like,
No, you
little-
died.
No, it
Because
says you
if you
die.
don't do the rest of the thing, you die for real. So that's
yeah.
death.
So I'm. It's a fake
But you
death.
die
It's
It's
fake
revive it.
regardless.
He's not being. He's being resurrected.
I am getting
not-
to the brink and then coming back. I am not going over, which is what undeath is.
I mean,
Chris,
you're not.
clarification.
It's not undeath. It is not undeath. You are dying. It's if you complete the ritual, you come back to life. So it's like a resurrection spell, but you're not undead.
It's just late healing. Like I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
want.
We're going to be 4 sessions in, and Chris already killed one of us.
I know. I'm like, wow, we already got into the cults. I thought we like.
Yeah, but they literally said it's not a cult.
There's no one to take orders
You know
from.
what we call
There's
late
no
There's
healing?
no one to take orders from.
There's no structure.
Necromancy. Late
Yeah.
healing is necromancy.
Yes, thank you.
Necromancy gets a bad rap.
True.
We need to bring back Rika's necromancy.
The little kid.
Little kid.
We do need to bring that character back.
That character was
Character
so
was really
fucking
funny.
good.
One of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was very
It was
solid.
great.
That whole series was great. I love the fucking pirate. Crew.
Wow. Well, damn. Things got heavy fast. Things got serious quick.
Yeah.
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 You basically just ask these people that you've known for less than a week, hey,
Oh yeah,
can you
yeah,
come
yeah.
Will you
follow
die
me
It's
for
to
me?
already
that?
all in. It's already
Will you die for
all
me?
in.
And I will die for you. I was like, dude,
I'm
my
not
God.
saying you have to die for me.
My guy.
I'm
Are
saying
you
you have
sure
to watch
you're
me
okay?
die.
I'm saying you help me in this, I will help you with whatever you need. Say less.
Watch me kill
Man.
myself.
And hey,
then I will help you with whatever you
Alita now
Want
has
to see
even
something cool?
want.
Want to see a dead body?
Adi
Yeah,
is
no,
literally
it's
that.
mine.
Literally is that.
Alita has even less reason to get to know you now because she's just gonna forget about you. So
Yeah, exactly. Why
Oh my
bother
God.
caring?
I'll make all of it.
Man, if you literally told Adi like
she
you
knew
want to
you
see
for,
dead
like-
body, and she'd be like, yeah.
if she knew you for a little longer, she might be more concerned. But
All of them.
Hey.
honey.
We all gotta die sometime.
Put those away.
Mm.
God.
Well, GG everyone.
Good
GG,
game. Thanks,
good
everyone.
game.
And the
Yeah.
recording there. Goodbye, everybody.